Hey, man, is that Double D? Yeah, man. Well, turn it up, man.
Let's just go in and, like, kill all the orcs, right? They're the bad guys. Who gives a shit? We just hack and slash and we loot their dead bodies, right? Hack and slash, kill them all, you know, conquer the infidels.
Boy, that campaign sounds like a barrel of fun, doesn't it?
Somebody who's opening a refrigerator and leaning in, right, is the language of a woman. Somebody who's opening the refrigerator and being cut off halfway through that lean is the voice of like a mermaid or a siren.
They're utter shits. They're utter shits.
This is not the face of the hobby anymore. And I think there's been mistakes made in years past where people assumed that D&D players were all, you know, white dudes in a basement, which has been a faulty assumption for a lot of years and gets more and more false every day. And so it's, in my viewpoint, honestly, guys like me can't leave soon enough.
I just had to be born with empathy and a weakness for socialism and femboys.
You gotta put a little hot sauce on the taco, you know what I mean?
We want this dwarf to be the dwarfiest dwarf.
Right.
We want the elf to be the elfiest elf.
And just the dashiest dash of Tabasco.
The voices need to carry across water.
I'm a creative. It's a huge drain, right? Because fans can be awful.
They're utter shits.
When we got the descriptions, they were very adamant. They were like, try not to make it like a white blonde guy. Like, please, like, we love him, but there's like 500 million of them.
You say white lives matter, they don't. White lives don't matter because white lives aren't a thing.
Lube for their rectal adventures.
What's this? What's this? It's the jacket. The jacket.
Lutherville, Marina Del X, Otisburg. Who's this monster? She's got her own place. Otisburg. It's a little bitty place. Otisburg. Okay, I just wipe it off. That's all. It's a little town.
One girl said she liked big burly orcs with breeding kinks. Okay, I'll just choose the orc boyfriend for her then.
We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
5, 4, 3.
Great, Sam.
We dumping chump. It's a landslide, sir.
On guard.
Have a look at the headlock here. See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis!
It's time to mobilize. Let's go.
A giant penis.
Double zeros, baby!
Crisco kisses.
I didn't do that.
I got a sneak peek. Well, how is everybody doing?
Hola.
Patrick hitting us up already. 1 super chat for well wishes for me. I need bonuses for my recovery check. I failed to save versus flu. Oh no. Hope to be back on my feet by the weekend. Sorry to hear that, buddy.
Yeah, feel better, my man.
Yeah. Chicken soup, crackers, all that good stuff.
Gatorade.
Yeah.
Surly. This one made me smile.
Yeah, I noticed that one too. Yeah. Who will think of the poor orc children? Now, because they're being stereotypical, are we just going to assume the orc children are going to be absentee fathers? I don't know. All right. So speaking of that, I decided I'm going to hit people right away. I'm going to reward people who are here right away. Let's do one quickie right on.
You get a car.
You get a car.
I'm staring out the window at the airlines, sleepwalking ass way past my bedtime. I'm in another city doing business, trying to find the fire hibiscus. I gotta ask
that worked well.
Yeah.
I'm out here in the jungle with gorillas dressed as probably.
What is that guy? He's squaring up against the cop.
Yeah.
In the gym.
Yep. That'll end well.
Okay. That's how you want to do business. Fair enough. Well,
Patrick, you're not alone. Rogan doesn't feel well tonight.
Yeah, Rogan's got a bit of the stomach bug, so he was a very late cancel. That's
late scratch.
Late scratch. Haven't even taken him off the screen here, so that's how late.
He's here in spirit.
Yeah, and I was all ready to do Otto and Rorik. I guess we can wait one more week. and everything ready to go. How about that, guys? I tell you what, I did a video about how to hunt and kill a dragon. I thought it was pretty good. I watched it. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good video. Yep. Very good. Thank you, Patrick. If you guys ever complain, though, hey, you should do more of that type of content. Professor Dungeon Master did a video on this too. You guys, by and large, don't watch that type of content as much as you do the other stuff. And it's not like I'm going to stop making it, because I enjoy making it, and I think it does have value for the channel. But I'm just saying, some of you guys are like, you should do that full time. If I did that, this channel would die. It would be completely dead. But like I said, I still like doing it, so I shall. Yeah, thank you, Adino. Yep, all I can say is, guys, share it around, spread it. I didn't make it onto Ginny D's playlist. Apparently, Ginny D and that Pointy Hat, not Patrick Demo, the other Pointy Hat. Apparently, they were curating a list of all the videos during Dragon Week, which were, detailing, like videos on dragons and D&D and all that. Somehow, I didn't make the cut. I wonder why. Did I get on Ginny D's bad side?
Overkill. Rogan didn't die. This doesn't feel good. Double D, you got a request?
Can you please upload your short videos to Rumble? Yes, keep making those videos. I used to for a while. I will. I will at some point. Maybe I'll just batch them. Pundit is here. Do me the favor, let me know the moment in the show when there will not be any more RPG discussion. I can't do that. I go back and forth, amigo. I go back and forth. Hey, people. What did I miss? Not a whole heck of a lot. Not a whole heck of a lot. But Jenny, deblock me on Excel. Yeah, sometimes if you're just associated with undesirables, let's just say, she will block you. I know. Let's keep RPG Pundit happy here. Well, first of all, you guys are going to North Texas. You better get a hold of this. Greg has an adventure, Crypt of the Barrow Dweller, that's going to be a limited edition adventure that he's doing just for the con. So if you are going, if you're not going, I'm not sure you'll be able to get your hands on one. So if you are going, you're going to want to make sure you do. Ooh, Wayne Brock.
Let's find out what he's got.
Yeah, what has he got?
You called down the thunder, well, now you got it.
Yeah, nice choice. Can never go wrong with Tombstone. How big does my super chat have to be before you'll allow me to throw vile swear words at you for mockery and personal enjoyment? As much as you want. $10 or more gets you a Crazy Mouse drop. I don't know, as long as you can get away with it.
Keep trying.
Call me whatever you want. Also, too, if you guys are on Facebook, Greg said the original OSR group on Facebook has become infiltrated with retards. So Greg started this one. OSR, the old school D&D Renaissance. So if you're in that old group, I don't know, do whatever, but definitely join this one because as you can see, I see our friend Chris Miller's avatar there at the very end. A lot of people, are already in this, so make sure to join. The old one, I guess, is run by someone who's getting increasingly loony. Remember?
Speaking of Chris Miller, haven't seen him yet.
Ooh.
Where are you at?
All right. All Points Bulletin out. VengerCon, still working, still checking. Me and Mrs. D are doing some calculations, but like I said, I think there's going to be a special guest and a lot of people from the chat going to be there.
We'll try to have Venger on before then as well.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. In fact, he has another Kickstarter. I think he wanted to go on. I'm going to do, because I know Pundit wants to talk to me. There's something he wants to say. I'm going to do another shill Saturday stream. I don't know, maybe it'll be this Saturday or the one following. I'll just let people on, and we can chit chat, try to amuse people, and they can try to sell their stuff. Remember, I'll be at Central New York Con June 14th and 15th. Greg Gillespie will be there, as well as some others. And the week after, I will be also at Origins for those of you in the Ohio area. Okay, has been announced. Snake Oil Sean. Yeah, AvengerCon, Sandy Peterson's going to be there.
Call of Cthulhu, yes.
Yeah, thank you, Sean. Like I said, I was worried about breaking that before he did, so I'm glad he announced it. OGG, North Texas RPG Guns on my radar, 25. Yeah, we may go next year in 2026 if it can work out, OGG to North Texas.
That one piqued my interest.
Yes, for sure. Blue Dragons.
We got a Blue Dragon vote. We got a because they breathe lightning.
It's a little interesting. It's not my favorite, but it's not my least favorite either. I got to tell you, my favorite has always been the Black Dragon.
That was his second vote.
Doing the acid. I think, and honestly, I think it's because of that cover by Clyde Caldwell of the original Dragonlance adventure. I loved it. That it was such a cool picture. Ancient Whites. Yep. Breathing Ice. Craven the Hunter. Yep.
Ryan, which tickets were sold out?
Yeah,
AvengerCon is sold out.
I guarantee you, AvengerCon ain't sold out. If it is, I would be completely shocked. But I don't think AvengerCon is sold out. Yeah, amazing. Says Badger for $5. Amazing. They want to infiltrate a group that just wants to be left alone. They can't stand not belonging. They hate us because they ain't us. Hate us because they ain't us. Red Dragons. That would be the standard choice. Good to see you, Rich. Black and red.
Krugus.
Yeah, Krugus. Good to see you. Representing on Rumble. Greens are cool because they're smart and crafty. Yeah. Yeah, faux show. Faux show. Classic reds. Yeah, I'm glad you guys are getting into the spirit of Dragon. Polish Dragon. All right, Polish Dragon. This is where I want to make some sort of Polish joke from the 80s, but I'm gonna resist. I'm gonna resist. Ryan Nikolai, $2. Maybe I'm a retard. Let me look. Boy, if VentureCon is already sold out, yeah, I'd be a little shocked. I like Copper Dragons as NPCs. The only reason is that hotel I think had capacity. And I don't think Venger would turn down. He would just add another room if he was getting more. Hell yeah, Double D. Black Dragons are the best. And that cover is freaking awesome, says Maliki. Yeah, amen. I have it on my shelf over there. I take it out, man. I got the calendar, the Clyde Caldwell calendar, just, I believe, for that picture, too. Yep. Oh, they should be. Red Dragons should be immune to any fire attack. If they're not written that way, yeah, I guess it's been a while since I've had to stat one, and look one up. They should be. Beck me guy, love the gemstone dragons. Yeah, do they
got a green?
Do they get a couple greens?
Hey, look at this. Bat signaled his way right in here.
Yeah, we had an APB out.
Yeah, check it out,
you, amigo. Good to see you. We were just talking about Greg's new OSR group, and we saw your little avatar there for it. Famous dragon of Krakow named Smok. Sure it wasn't Smokski?
We got another Polish.
Does its breath weapon. It hits itself.
We got a blue one from Jeff Hatch. Hi, Jeff. How are you tonight?
Yep. Good to see you, Jeff. All right. You guys continue. Talk your dragons.
Gold.
I am going to
no one
continue.
voted for Tiamat.
Well, that's a unique. We're going to talk these game companies, and I think Greater Than Games actually does do an RPG. It's like a forgettable one, but they're mainly a board game company, and they kind of came on my radar because do you remember that guy in the chat? He would always say, "Hey, you should get Spirit Island. You should get Spirit Island."
I do.
Remember that? Well, I got Spirit Island for Mrs. D, and actually, despite these guys being retards, as you'll see, it actually isn't a bad game. But boy, they are. Let's just say they're making news in a very funny way. Effective today, tabletop game publisher Greater Than Games has undergone a reduction in staff in response to ongoing economic pressures resulting from the tariffs. This is their go-to. The tariffs have barely even taken effect yet.
This is what people said about like COVID.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, oh, we got to shut down because of COVID.
Yep. The stupid panic, but it's like, it's also just covering for maybe a business that's not being run the way it should be run. All right, but let's look back. Last year, we're waving goodbye to X. We won't post much on this account. Moving forward, follow us on Blue Sky for regular posts and news. This is the new way of saying we're leftists. We don't want to be associated with Elon Musk. So sorry. It's like, I don't give a shit. Here's their official announcement. All new projects are suspended as the global tariff situation remains volatile. However, the GTG website will remain operational. They do have in-stock products. Parent company will continue to support its retail. Okay, boo-hoo. All you had to do was just shut up and not take a side. You could have just, honestly, you could have almost just abandoned, and some companies have done this, you could have abandoned your X account without the virtue signal of going over to Pedo Sky. But you did. And I saw their tweet or their whatever you call it over on Blue Sky. It's gotten like 10, maybe 10 or less than 10 likes or whatever they do over there. The one
Meow Meow dollars. What was that thing from Community?
Oh God, yeah. But yeah, they. I'll tell you what. I retweeted this just to basically say, don't let the door hit you on the way out. For your virtue signal. And I probably got them more views on X than they did on their original post. So this is a nothing company. But here are some of their games. And yeah, I will say Spirit Island, despite their kind of cringy setup for the game, foundation for the game, it's actually not a bad board game. But you know what? Hey, it looks like they're going out of business. Oh well. $2, Patrick. I remember when Elon was their hero. Yeah, about 5 minutes ago, right? Jeez.
Look at this guy.
Chris. Everything Mad Scribe Games makes is printed here in the U.S. of A. Liberals profiting by slave labor and communism can cry me a river. Amen, brother. You guys remember, too, Double D is going to be in the next issue of Mad Scribe. Get it. Get a subscription. At the very least, make sure you get the next issue. It's going to be a banger. Ryan, yeah, turns out that I'm retarded. Okay, I knew it, Ryan, but I didn't want to call you one. Sorry. You were mistaken. You're not retarded. Nobody in this chat is retarded that I know about. Oh, here's another one. Stonemaier Games. Now, these guys are actually pretty big. Wingspan is a big game. That is one of the bigger board games out there. Tokaido, definitely have heard that one. I'm sure Mrs. D has played all these. She's in a board game group. She's a board game fanatic. That's why we're going to Origins. Yeah, we are suing the president.
Someone mentioned it earlier in the chat.
Yep.
So here it is.
Joining a lawsuit that'll challenge the unchecked authority of the executive branch to impose. It's not unchecked authority. It's his discretion. It's why we voted for him. We will not stand idly by while our livelihoods and the livelihoods of thousands of small business owners and contractors in the U.S., along with the customers whose pursuit of happiness we hold dear, are treated like pawns in a political game. He's doing it to better the country for the long term. I know we can't see more than 15 seconds ahead in this country. He is playing chess. Everybody else plays checkers. He is trying to make China more of a consumer-driven economy rather than a producer economy. Just like he wants us to be more of a manufacturing economy and maybe a little less of a consumer economy. But you have people out there, their whole lives are just consuming. Get the next thing, buy the next thing, which is, all right, that's fine, okay? But does that really give you all the happiness that you need? I don't think so. I love this too. Like many tabletop publishers, we started print runs of products before the president took office. Now we face an unprecedented $14.50 tariff for every $10 we spend on manufacturing. Why don't you just say $4.50 because you wanted the $14.50 number in there? You could have just said $4.50 on every unit. With our I love how he puffs them up here too. With our trusted long-term partner in China. Sounds like they're in love.
Mm-hmm.
They're our trusted long-term partner. They massage me, so very well. Yeah, I tried to thwart him at every turn. Yep. So I will not cry a tear when these people go under. Badger, $2. Tariffs are the new supply chain disruption excuse. Yes. In fact, Crazy Mouse just mentioned that. This is the whole COVID thing.
Does $2 from Rumble equal $2 in American?
I do believe so.
Okay, all right. Jeff,
it's an American
$2 straight up.
It's an American company.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. Hi all. Perhaps it's time to make a list of companies that make their games in countries that don't harvest organs from political prisoners and minorities. There you go. Dungeon of Terra is a member.
Welcome.
Attaboy. Thank you.
Bruce.
Hi, Bruce. Dick's Division. Funny how Steve Jackson Games wants to sell us a $500 Car Wars Deluxe set, and Troller Games wants to hire people in Arkansas to staff its print shop. Yeah. Troller Games is, I didn't mention it in the video. I probably should have, but yeah, they're looking to expand their print shop to where they can probably, because right now in their own internal print shop, they have a smaller one. They can do all their soft cover books there. But for hardcovers, they really do need to farm that out. But for their, if they expand this print shop, they might be able to do hardcovers down there, all kinds of stuff. Troll Lord Games is doing a great job. And, all these other guys, who cares? Who fucking cares? Ooh, look at this. Amigo. Snake Oil. Shan.
I know. That's so nice. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
Sean.
Yep. Thank you, as always, for
Which one is
here.
Snake Oil? Are you going to one of the cons?
I think he's going to VentureCon.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, he's going to VentureCon. Yep. That's why you're one of the reasons we're trying to make it, Sean. But yeah, here's now somebody sent this to me via email. I don't know if they want to be outed or not, but they sent me this Stonemaier thing beforehand. But here's Stonemaier's, if you want to know the kind of company we're dealing with, the 2021 year in review. BIPOC hires, in addition to the Black, Indigenous, and people of color we've hired in the past. You list them all. Blah, 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 blah. We've hired in the past for art, game design, and other crucially important elements to the game creation process.
That looks like all those names and stuff. Looks like those Oscar award things when they're thanking everybody for costume design and shit like that. It does,
yeah. It's like, couldn't possibly. It gets lost in the shuffle. Oh yeah, this year we sought to continue to hire a diverse array of talent. Go ahead and virtue signal, including Miles Benz. Blah, blah, blah. Don't care about any of these people. Oh, in April,
we didn't hire the best people. We just hired a diverse group.
Hey, what's up, Patty? How you doing? Why doesn't Stonemaier Games talk about China stealing IPs? Yeah, part of the tariff is bullying China into allowing us to defend our IPs. Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much, too, Patty. It's fucking ridiculous. He's literally trying to help American businesses in the long run, American manufacturing. It's all these fucking consumers.
Here's some breaking news.
I'm on the fence about VentureCon now. I'd love to go, but I have to buy a house and care for, disabled father-in-law. Yep. I understand that.
Yep.
I do understand that, Chris. That is a long-ass drive, too. I was going to say, if you went, it better be for more than a day to make it worthwhile. Sounds like TLG is seizing a $1 million opportunity. Yeah. There's smart guys, good guys. Unlike Stonemaier. April, we had 50. This is now back to 2021. 1,500 ambassadors around the world. But it was increasingly apparent to me that some ambassadors, while passionate about our products, weren't fully on board with our core principles of inclusion, diversity, generosity, and more. So these are people that are fans of their games, but weren't spouting and spurging about diversity. So these guys pretty much got rid of them as ambassadors. Nice. Ooh, 2020 bits worse stuff. Ooh, yeah. All right, cool. Keep our fingers crossed. Cultural consulting to ensure that no aspect of our games cause unintentional harm this year. We started working with Kate Edwards of Geography for cultural. What is geography?
Sounds fake.
Sounds like something Eva Tucker would. Crazy Mouse and I had a very well-known African American professor at college,
separate class, separate times.
Yeah,
but we
separate
had the same
times.
teacher.
He taught earth science. His name was Eva Tucker. We talking about plate tectonics. Nice guy. He actually was a very nice guy.
He passed away recently, like
Yeah.
a year or two ago.
Yeah, I think so. Sounds like
Talking
a word.
about
he would say.
regolith.
We're talking about geographing. They go on. This is all in the same year. This is the stuff they're touting. This is our year of 2021. Environmentalism, while eco-friendliness has been important, I was particularly inspired by someone to be more assertive and proactive about making our current and future games more eco-friendly. God, this is all just virtue signal after virtue signal. We hosted a fully masked proof of vaccination event. Oh, let's give you a round of applause, Stonemaier Games.
Hold on here. I think I might have something for that.
Yep, very appropriate. Yep, 9th annual charity featured sign comp, blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, the Geek Way to the West. It was fully masked with proof of vaccination. These were the guys that were shaming people. Not even like, did you get the shot, but do you have your vaccination form? They would probably shame you for that. Oh, DEI consultant. Jeez, couldn't have predicted that. Who could have predicted this? We hired Lydia Waymeyer as our DEI inclusion consultant. Well, I've known Lydia for years now. I've really appreciated her insights in the role. Ay, ay, ay.
What are we talking about? We talk about plate
Talking
tectonics.
about plate tectonics. These companies. There is a company.
We got a little in-video commercial here.
You guys have been doing a great job. If you're interested, War Stories is still live.
He hit that goal.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Kickstarter goal.
Yeah, they always set a little low. I think they're at 25,000 now. So, yeah, good game. Check it out if you are so inclined. I may be running I think I announced it on Twitter. I'm going to be running with a skeleton crew here, a little War Stories adventure. It's going to be more of a Hollywood type. It's going to be the sequel to Where Eagles Dare. I don't know. Could be fun.
That's in the next 2 weeks, right?
Yeah. It's either going to be Friday or,
Friday
the next
after.
2 Fridays. We shall see. But yeah, so check it out if you guys, like I said, if it appeals to you. If it doesn't, that's fine too. But they're a pretty good company. Maybe they're not perfect, but Firelock Games.
But who is?
Yeah, we had one of their employees on. I think his name was Tim a while back. He was a cool dude. Like I said, the whole company, they reached out to me. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? Like I said, I'll do it for product.
Who's the guy that we have on that looks like Jason Momoa?
Oh, man.
He sits in his room, and then sometimes it has it like a dungeon.
Oh, yeah. I think that might be Aaron. I think that's Aaron. Yeah, from Immortal Rising. Bruce Lombardo of Dick's, $5. Sweet Baby Inc. is going to be behind the tree, like that large man rubbing his hands together. Yeah, someone said DEI. Where you at, sugar? Thank you, Bruce. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's hey. So there you go. Not going to tell you not to buy anything Stonemaier, but you see where they're at. Chances are they hate your guts. So, if you can choke it down for the game. I know, like I said, Wingspan is pretty popular, but wouldn't that be Jason Momoa? Yeah. Well, duh. Durr. No durr.
Face.
Face. All right. Let's see. I got a couple things here. All right, so Scott do you remember in Catch Me If You Can? Remember Frank Abagnale went over to France and started going legit with his bad checks. He started producing bad. I think Scott is at that stage now. He's gone too far. Hanratty is going to show up and say, come on.
How'd you pass the ball?
You're making a fool of these people. You're making a fool of these Critical Role people. What'd you expect?
We can talk about Avocado or whatever his name is.
Yes.
Are we seriously?
Yes, we are.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
All right, so what you have to understand is, and this is no lie, I think yesterday he made 11 videos on Orion Acaba. That is in one day.
I promised
11
I worked
videos
today and I didn't watch these. I just was guessing. I guess I just think like Scott Garibay, which is bad.
DM Kurt said, he's like, have you checked out your boy Garibay? He's like, he has made 11 videos.
How
like,
dirty
no.
is his back window behind his left shoulder? Like that looks like, what is all this smut? Right?
Oh yeah.
There. It's like someone was trapped in there trying to claw their way out.
Or kids started to like get their range on him. They saw him driving around the block, like wasting time
with their Happy Meals.
Yeah, I was gonna say this. They found something to chuck, either like a half-filled 20-ounce pop or something. Garibay at Malignant.
Chris Miller has his idea of what
Thank
happens.
You, Cal. Yeah, he turns low. Yeah, when he turns.
That's all his sneeze right there.
Boy, he's got Linda Blair, head maneuver ability there. If he can turn it back that far. Abracadabra, cadabra, gonna reach out and grab ya, says Bruce Lombardo. Thank you, Garibay. Orion is not going to sleep with you. Yeah, this is unhealthy. All right, let's do it.
Hi, friends. This is your pal Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Matthew Mercer's exile of Orion Acaba from Critical Role and what I have learned from Orion Acaba.
He just ran
So
over
Orion
somebody.
Acaba has gone from being a exiled member of Critical Role to being a American cultural icon.
They're shits.
All right, so would you say that Orion Acaba is an American cultural icon, Crazy Mouse? He's not saying a gaming icon.
I never heard of him until 3 weeks ago in my life.
I don't know if I had heard of him before. God, maybe it's been like less than a year because he was on Critical Role so early on. I don't even watch Critical Role now. I never watched it back then. This is how delusional he's getting. He thinks Orion Acaba is an American icon, not just a gaming icon, an American icon. But how far will he go? How far do you think he'll press this? Crazy
Who is
Mouse?
the guy that last week that offended all of women in the world? Professor Dungeon Master.
Oh yeah, according to Scott. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I asked my wife, KG Mouse and Sophia Mouse. They were not offended.
Yeah. In fact, they said, Dad, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't even know who that is. Where's the Weeble Wobble money?
Bruce, $2. Drink every time Garibay says his name. Yep.
Oh, we're hammered.
Already on
which
one.
The study of his life will help you improve your life. Exactly like Gary Gygax, right?
So the study of a drug addict, and then I think by all, like an admitted drug addict too, like a study of his life. And this guy just became like a voice actor. I don't understand like where this love comes from. This is bordering on like mania.
Orion Acaba is the second Gary Gygax. All right, so let's get into this. So what have I learned from
the second Gary Gygax?
Well, back in the day, for all you basketball fans, there was Michael Jordan, and then there was Harold Miner, who was Baby Jordan. He didn't amount to much.
He looked just like him, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think Orion looks like Gary Gygax.
So I have learned how to move beyond public speaking to public isolation. Right. So people
Like a
don't.
penalty
Yeah.
box?
So I'm fascinated by public speaking. I'm very good at it. I love it. I pursue it. I like speaking in public. Right. I want a global platform. That's.
Well, I mean, in fairness, he does have a global platform. YouTube is worldwide.
Yeah. I mean, some of these videos are getting 10 views.
Well,
like they've been out for a day, and they're
you know how like a long time ago I said we should get a pin on a map, so we could figure out where everyone in our chat's from. What if his 10 videos are from all four corners of the world?
Ooh, yeah, Tibet. Timbuktu.
Well, I do this YouTube channel. I literally have never made a single.
He makes a trip to Africa. Like, there's Scott Garibay.
Where's my fries?
You Scott Garibay. Last night on $5. Super Tips, a text-to-voice app that reads out super chats, and you can put Garibay's or whoever's voice into it. Viewers can make him say wild stuff. Oh boy, that's a vexed proposition there.
Doesn't Black Lodge do that?
They do.
Yeah,
they do. Yeah. Bruce Lombardo of Dick's, $5. You only speak of basketball when Wilt Chamberlain is mentioned. He was only less fecund than Genghis Khan and has no current day equal in basketball. Correct, Bruce. Also one of the strongest athletes ever.
Dollar from this YouTube channel. I've never been paid for. I'm over 2 million views, right? I think for 1 million views, if you're smart, you can get $1,000 out of it. I don't want to connect money to my channel because I like this Orion. I can tell you right now, no one with a sponsor could have covered this, right? No, nobody with even the smallest tabletop role playing game sponsorship could have covered this topic, and that's why I'm the only person talking about it, right? Because any other channel would be like, oh, I might not be able to get my free, my free copy of Daggerheart when it comes out.
I do like how he does call out these people, these Critical Role.
I'm telling you, there are times when we are in 100% agreement.
Yeah, he doesn't.
With Scott,
he goes too far, and he is unbalanced. Like he really is unbalanced. But there are times when I'll laugh. But then like last week, he's sacking up for like Mackenzie DeArmas and the mole lady. Garibay thinking he's the second Dave Arneson. Says DM Doom. Thank you.
We got a DM Kurt has a Would You Rather.
You got a 4-hour card ride with Scott and Condor, and you can only throw one out. Ooh boy, not yourself. By the way, thank you, Kurt, for giving me the heads up on his latest spree. I probably would have found at least one of these, but I didn't realize he made that many in one day.
I would throw out Condor. I'd keep Scott Garibay.
Scott would keep you entertained. Condor would just make you uncomfortable.
I would pull your pants down and spank your butt.
Yeah. Yeah, he would just, it would devolve into like bitterness, or he would just sit there with his arms folded like most of the time.
Sniff the Q-tips after he used them.
Scott would just keep you like, you'd be laughing at him and he'd think like, I'm entertaining this guy. All right.
So Dungeon Mastery is public speaking. Dungeons and Dragons commentary is public speaking. I have leaped past public speaking to public isolation because
I have leaped past public speaking into public isolation. He's like Jim Morrison, like the Lizard King.
Because of Orion Acaba. Orion Acaba.
This is heady stuff here.
Is an exile. He's a co-founder of Critical Role. He is responsible for the #1 most compelling, most powerful narrative ever told with Dungeons and Dragons, and he's invited to 0 conventions every year, right? No one will talk to him about Dungeons and Dragons.
No boy.
He is an exile. And you're like, well, Scott, why would you want to be an exile? Moses. So I'm going to
He's Gary Gygax and now he's Moses.
Hold on a second. In our production meeting, I mentioned Moses.
You did, yeah. You did, actually. You did.
Man, me and Scott Garibay are on the same path today.
You guys have those brainwaves. They're floating down to Philly.
Joe Christian, I've read the Bible many times, right? Cover to cover. I work all the way through it. I read the Old Testament at the same level as the New Testament. That's a whole discussion. Let me not get too off. Let me stay off tangents here. All right, so
reel it back in, buddy.
And Moses is extremely important. So Moses, first of all, he's a killer, literally and figuratively, right? And
I like how he's laughing there, like he's a killer.
I'll say I am not a killer literally. I am a killer figuratively, right? I am a
check
reaper,
that dashboard.
Right?
Check that sun visor. Sun visor sticker.
Where's your kill total?
I am
kill tally.
Like it's important to understand. Moses was a murderer. He murdered a man early, right? And God's like, you
Did
right
he just
there,
lick his
murderer.
fingers?
You're my.
What's that?
I think he just licked his fingers.
Oh boy. Oh God.
All right. There's some pudding left over from lunch. Nothing goes to waste.
Let's get it done. Let's chop it up. Let's save the Israelite people. Wait, I'm a stuttering murderer. Yeah, you're my guy. you're my guy, you're my guy, you're my guy, right? It's important, right? Then Moses steps up, he publicly speaks, and then he leads the Israelites through the desert. Incredibly useful, arguably the most useful thing any human ever did. Well, not Jesus was more than human, so Jesus is a separate conversation. Jesus did
Patrick Demo, $2. Pressing X to doubt. Everyone who says that lies. Yes.
did more than Moses. Let me say that. But the only bog standard human. Okay, Jesus was human, but not a bog standard one. Where like he was pretty exceptional, even among the human rankings, right? So Moses is the only bog standard human.
Do you reckon he when he's not filming, he talks to himself like this? You almost have to, I think.
I would think so. To try to not just practice, but to vent. Because maybe other people don't agree with your takes, so you got to say them out loud. Like,
you're a dasher. I'm sure there's times where you're just kind of going off to yourself, or just
sure.
Equivocating to yourself. Yeah. He's got to be doing it a lot, I think.
Yeah.
Bruce for 5. Pundit, either we placate Garibay with his 15 minutes, or we have 2 months of searching the steam tunnels because someone sees him going down there. Yep. Fighting Glorvons or whatever Tom Hanks was doing.
Useful bog standard human.
Thank you, Bruce.
To the Israelites, right? He led them through the desert, right? Then they get to the promised land. They get to Canaan, right? And he doesn't get to go in. Moses never went into Canaan. He never went into the promised land. Just like
that bug has made its way down to Philly, I see. Malachi, I'm not a dasher, and I do that. Oh, yeah, I do too. Yeah, I'm talking to myself. If people saw me, you know what the salvation is?
People think you're on a phone.
Yes, the Bluetooth via car now. Now everybody just thinks you're having a conversation with somebody instead of just ranting and raving to yourself.
Job. You did it, buddy. Thank you, you starting murderer. I said you were my man.
I think he has a stain on his shirt. At first I thought it was the sunlight, and then
it would be his right breast.
Yeah.
Maybe he's lactating.
Quentin, even though you're a penny short, I'm giving it to you.
They need to pay. Then give us your credit card, and then you're in.
Thank you for your donation, Quentin.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so very, very much. $9.99.
I chipped in the penny. You got the...
Next time, say something, even if it's just hello.
Man, right? Great job, right? But then he's like, and Demon's like, yeah. Oh man, it's dusty up in this desert. Okay, Lord, I'm going into Canaan. No, you're not. Public isolation. So all these people went into Canaan. Moses never went into Canaan. Never set foot into the promised land. I used to really not understand who I was and what I do, but because of Orion Acaba, I understand who I am and what I do. I am in public isolation, right? I'm standing in the desert, right? And like, what do you mean by that? I went to Philadelphia Area Gaming Expo. Dude came up, he goes,
"What's
hey,
that? What was that? What was that abbreviation? Remember, Page, wasn't it?
Yeah,
is it Page? Yeah,
Philadelphia Area Gaming Expo.
It's in the fall, right?
Yep.
Garibay. I'm like, hey, it's so nice to meet you. It's delightful to be to be recognized. And he's like, so hey, we have a nice conversation. He's like, so what panel can I see in? I was like, no, yeah. I said I could sit with you in that panel over there. I'm going to see Professor Dungeon Master, right? I'm going to go see Ben from Questing Beast. I'm going to go see Bob Builder, right? And I'm not going to see Stephen Clicker. I'm not going to waste my time with that, right?
The way that he just rattled off Professor Dungeon Master and Bob Builder reminded me of the scene in Game of Thrones when Tyrion Lannister's talking to Arya when she's the cupbearer and they're talking about dragons. He says, "Were those heroines of yours?"
Man, to have a memory like yours, I know you say it's a curse sometimes.
It can be.
Damn. Ryan Nikolai, $2. Garibay ranted all that time. Yeah, and then he botched the ending. Yeah.
Oh, Pages in January.
Oh yeah, that would be because remember I just did that video a little while ago when
I knew their football was still being played.
Yeah. I think it was Ben. Yeah, I think Ben was the one who did that video where he was asking all
and I'm like,
Questing Beast.
And he's like, wait,
Midget.
They didn't book you on any panels. I'm like, I'm not a guest. I'm an exile, right? Like,
literally some guy who was either like taking the piss out of him or is just clueless or delusional is asking Scott Garibay if he's going to be on a panel. What would he say on a panel? What would this guy do on a panel? I mean, don't mistake me. I would be in the front row of that of that lecture. Yeah, Joe Biden, speech.
He thought I was a guest at the show. No, I'm an exile, right? Like, nobody sends me tabletop role-playing games for review, right? Nobody gives me badges for conventions, right? Like, I am an exile. I'm in public isolation, right?
He should come to VengerCon. I think Venger would make him an honorary VIP. Yeah, maybe not the guest of honor, but he'd be an honorary VIP.
And I think a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, I don't want to. And this is what Orion Acaba did for me. Like, made me feel, okay, it is completely okay. There is no problem with standing alone in the desert, knowing you got it done. And I think that's what I'm doing here. I think on D&D commentary, I'm leading
yes,
people
he
through
does.
the desert. I am like, there are columns of fire, and I'm like, hey, let's follow this column of fire, right? It's dark. It's cold. There's no food, right? I'm going to places that nobody wants to go.
Boy, he is setting himself up big time to be a martyr. Jeffrem, over on Rumble. Thank you so much, sir. Question, has Garibay actually discussed anything RPG system or rules-wise in the last few years? Few and far between. He has, but few and far between. I can't remember the last time he did. Does anyone remember? I think he has. Like, he's at least mentioned them obliquely, but he definitely is more into the D&D as a cultural force and stuff like that. And then, boy, I would love to know what set him off on this Orion Acaba thing, because there had to be a moment where where it just sprung into his mind, like, oh yeah, how about that dude from Critical Role? And it has not let go since. Yeah, Pig would see his as unbox a deluxe set. Ooh, yeah.
Complete with dice and figures that all go flying.
Yeah.
Right? And then at the end, I don't get to go in, right? I'm an exile. I'm a
190 of you, almost 200.
Community creator.
Keep it up, boys.
I'm
Go
exile.
tell a friend.
I don't get invited in like everybody else. And before Orion Acaba, that was frustrating. Right? But now I understand exactly who I am. I'm a Moses of
1510 Gaming Commandments.
I remember that scene.
History of the world, yeah. Oh, what a great movie. We don't know how good we had it, boys, growing up with that kind of stuff. Mac for $2. He's paraphrasing the words of Christ, non-verbatim. Yep.
D&D commentary.
I don't doubt his faith, but his faith is, I think Jesus would need to kind of slap him a little bit.
Yes, I have
I'd
to
say
stand
too much
outside.
wine for you. You're back to water.
Into the parties, literally. I don't get invited, right? Because nobody's comfortable around, right? But there.
Why is no one comfortable
Nobody's
around
comfortable around me. It's an odd thing to admit to.
I know what I did. I know that just like Moses, I was important, right? He was a stuttering murderer. I'm a stuttering man. Or like I don't even stutter, right? But I am a problem.
As he stutters.
I don't stutter.
That's okay. That's okay. I just found that ironic.
Very ironic, yes.
The way that Moses was, people are like, Scott Garibay? Yeah, Scott Garibay, right? I am an exile, right? And I'm okay with that. And I've learned to value that. That's what I've learned from Orion Acaba. Every single word you just heard is my humble opinion. The important part is when I get to hear your humble opinion, when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a Fetch Millennium.
Boom.
Have that Fetch Millennium Tabletop Epics. Ravings of a Human Urinal Cake. Ouch. That's a little strong. That's a little strong.
Tabletop, you dirty rat.
You wonder, is he still falling further down the delusional well, or is he self-aware now and he's like, I'm just going to lean into it. Everybody thinks I'm a lunatic. What's up, Joe? He is like Moses wandering about town trying to deliver his stash for 40 days in the desert.
Look at this $1 million.
Give him something.
I'm looking for something good.
Is there anything new, maybe?
Crisco Kisses.
Crisco Kisses.
We got you, Bruce.
Bruce, $20.
Thank you so much.
Hero of the night. Thank you, buddy. I really want Garibay to be Hired on by Steve Jackson Games to do the blog. Make it speech to text. And the Google bots start trying to rationalize what was published. And all of it, the NVIDIA stock suddenly plummets pennies on the dollars. Yes. Thank you very much. Bruce.
Thank you.
Well, we can dream, can't we? We can dream about stuff like that. God, what a team up. Scott Garibay and Steve Jackson Games. I think it's almost getting to the point now where I think Orion Acaba should obliquely kind of mention it like, hey, I hear people are out there, trying to go to bat for me. Maybe don't do that. He doesn't have to mention him by name, but he could just kind of cut this all off. $2 Edgelord. Why do locale stutterers occupy my YouTube stream? Because it's entertaining. Chris Go Kisses. What is that?
If you know, you know.
Gotta learn the deep lore there. Gotta learn the deep lore. All right, we'll front load this one with we'll front load it with RPG stuff because I do have some Lunacy stuff, non-gaming. Ginny did this video.
I love doing voices, not just as a game master and player, but also just as a born and bred weirdo who's been doing silly voices by.
I'm so kooky. I'm such a geek. She's one of these girls who says this, and then like when the fat smelly guy comes up to her in public, she's like, "Ew, get away from me. Don't touch me. Don't look me in the eyes."
Whole life. And if you watch my channel, you probably already know this. Does this mean you're finally ready for me to find you a love match? So after your 10th purchase, you get a free human skull.
I have done this also. Lots of blood.
Slug! This is perfect! There's been a lot of discussion about voices in the table.
What do you think of those? You like those crazy mouse? I think she leans into her strengths, so I actually don't have a problem when she does that. I mean,
I like the characters. I like that she mixes it up. Some of the stuff that we've talked about on the show, I don't like.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of things not to like about her, but actually her cosplaying being part of her channel is one of the things that, oddly enough, I'm like, it's whatever. If you're there for her, I mean, you want to see her dressed up as.
Our fans are called divers. I wonder what Scott Garabays are called. Chat.
Yeah, let us know. Tabletop Epics, $1.99. GURPS. Seems like a sound a Garibay would make. GURP. Julio. Me and Julio sitting down by the schoolyard for $10.
Laces out.
Laces out. Dan Marino should die of gonorrhea. In a 5e Planescape session right now. Ooh, there you go. The only thing I don't like there is 5e Planescape. Go original 2e. There's literally a Devils versus Demons baseball game. Oh, I heard about that one. Yeah, that's from a little while ago. Yeah, but that was back when they released the updated one. Yeah, Devils versus Demons baseball game in the module. Oh, fuck.
With only 3 bases. Oh, look, he has a request.
Give it to him.
Bitter dregs.
Yep. We have drivers.
Damn.
Those 2 guys. Caribbeans. Let's see here.
For some reason, I like drivers.
Drivers.
I like drivers.
Garabays.
Garabays. Good one, Patty.
His fans are called Lonely. Edgelord.
Yep. It's the simps who circle the wagons for. Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, they will make your lives miserable. Yeah, for sure. I think there was one up there that we might have missed.
Bagglers.
Bagglers.
We got the $1.99 one, yes.
Yeah, we did not get this one yet. Tabletop Epic. Ginny has that consumption chic thing going on. Yeah, looking a little. I don't think she's. I think she's about the right size. I don't know. Maybe. Thank you, Tabletop Epic. I'm trying to decide.
Snozzologist.
Space.
Undelivered.
Some people think it's part of the game master's job.
Jeff from Degar, I would say Garibay's fans are, likely called undelivered.
Others
Thank you,
don't,
buddy.
and some are even resentful of the way that a few well-known game masters have made voices a central part of their style, which some GMs believe puts pressure on them to do the same. I think most reasonable people would agree that it's really the GM's choice of whether they want to do voices or not. If they enjoy it, fine, and if they don't, also fine. And we're all reasonable people here, right? We'd never take anyone's words out of context in order to make a bad faith argument in the comments. Right? But once we get phrases like the Mercer effect out of our system and all agree that it's not cool to break your game master's legs and cut the phone lines until they agree to do voices, maybe we can have an actual nuanced conversation about the role that voice acting can play in a game. Because I do think that giving characters distinct voices can bring something to the game table. And if you're interested in developing or honing that skill set, boy have I got a treat for you. Who better to teach us about voices than a professional voice doer? Also known as a voice actor, I guess, if you're fancy.
I'm Anjali Bhamani.
You remember her, don't you?
Is she was a DM or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Lego game. Boy, she looks a little better when she's made up.
Yeah, unless this is going to be one of her characters.
No, I'm talking about the Angelina.
No, I know, but maybe she needs to be in like a certain outfit to pull a certain voice. Like Alana Miles, remember that song she sang called Black Velvet?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Black Velvet.
To get her voice so sultry in the sound booth or demo or wherever she was singing it, she did it in lingerie. To like get her in the right frame of mind for that sultry song. Maybe she needs to wear a kimono because she's about to do some Chinese lady or something.
She's wearing a muumuu because she looks like a cow.
I don't know. Yeah,
moo. Sorry. Not like I'm ever going to see this person. $5 Asterion. She's not even making a bad point, but what dysgenic needed this point to be made for them? Yeah. And then she kind of uses it, as you'll see, as just sort of an excuse here, Asterion, to just kind of like sidle up to this like voice actor who, well, that's right. We'll listen a little bit more.
An actor, producer, an author, whatever they let me do in storytelling that is legal. The video games
I think that maybe we just had it paused at a bad spot. She doesn't look bad at all.
Yeah, it was probably just the lack of eye makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not that bad. I've seen her better. Is there a whip or a way around here? Says Snake O'Shawn for $10 over on Rumble. Holy smokes.
There's a way. Probably most
There is indeed, buddy.
for
Thank
our, playing Symmetra in Overwatch.
I will put you in your place.
And Rampart in Apex Legends.
Time to turn
Get that
crap
in a moment.
into gold.
My day job is acting. My day job is
keep it up.
TV and film and, all of that stuff. But in the tabletop world, which has been such a joy to come back into since I started playing when I was 8, and then there was like this long period of time which I call the dark days of gaming. And it was thanks to Matt and Marisha really encouraging me to come back to playing games. And then working with Critical Role and D20 and all of this really fun stuff.
Gentlemen! Oh, I'm so sorry. Shh, the show is going on. Shh. Lady Amango, you say she is.
Looks pretty good there.
She's Jessica Rabbit as a mango.
And I DM'd for the first time for you.
And you did so good.
We did the Lego D&D one-shot, which was incredible with Hasbro.
The Lego game, I was like, that does not feel like your first time DMing.
What an eccentric person. Bruce Lombardo of Dick's Division, $5. I'm sure they had to ADR the hundreds of cats meowing in the background right out. Indeed, Bruce.
I need you to roll.
Well, I've been very, very lucky to play with some of the most experienced DMs who are also used to streaming. So they really lead by example. It's, Matt and Abria and Brennan and all of those. I mean, it's ridiculous. I've been very spoiled. In addition to all of that, I have finally written and published my very first adventure called The Malady of Minar, which is available now on D&D Beyond.
I was so excited to see the little flag at the top of my D&D Beyond screen. Okay, so obviously Anjali is a professional. When she GMs, she draws from her experience.
So, somebody who just DM'd for the first time last year is writing an adventure. Writing an adventure, which means she's having somebody write it for her, because there's no fucking way in the world that this person is into gaming enough to write a whole adventure. I've been gaming pretty much my whole adult life. If you want to write a good adventure, it takes time. I mean, it's such an insult that these people. Oh, what did she say? I was 8 years old, and then the dark days. Played. What do you even remember from gaming when you're 8 years old? Oh, and then I just found it when I was in my 50s. So there's a 40-year gap. A 40-year gap.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What? Yeah, pop culture posers. Yeah, it's all these voice actors. Because this is gold for these voice actors. Not good enough, not good looking enough or whatever to make it as regular actors, whether that's right or wrong. And I'm not even saying it's right, but it's like all of a sudden, oh boy, we can glom onto this thing and bilk all these suckers. We'll pretend we're real gamers.
That's a shadow, not a hickey, Hank. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Yeah. Didn't even notice that. But still, I do resent it. Just because it's not the way it should be. It's like, well, are you jealous? I'm not jealous because I'm happy, with where I'm at. It's just when you see these people who she's a nothing. This DM, she's a complete nothing. Oh yeah, I just started DMing the first time. Now I'm writing an adventure for D&D Beyond, or I'm just hiring somebody to write an adventure. That's like, are you fucking kidding me? How shameless. How absolutely
as an
shameless.
actor. And when I played with her, I definitely felt like her skill as an actor
Thank you, buddy.
made the game
Thank
a
you.
lot more fun, which
Thank
is
you.
great since that's usually what we want from games. That and a good excuse to buy a lot of highly specific polyhedral shapes. Of course, I do not believe that every game master has to be a skilled actor. We spend enough effort acting like we actually prepped for the session. Still, I think that we can learn lessons from actors to improve our games. Giving NPCs memorable voices instead of just talking has a few big...
Is that a battle axe earring?
Ooh.
It's like Professor DM when he has his battle axe dripping blood.
Yeah.
benefits. First, it
Oh, yeah,
amps
it
up
is.
immersion.
Yeah, right on the
if
tip.
the voice helps you picture the
Cool earrings, I gotta say.
character instead of just the GM, that's going to help players feel more engaged with the game. This may shock you to hear, but most people don't find this visage very scary. They should, though. Second, it enables players...
She knows how to make YouTube videos. I will say that she's pretty good at this. The Edgelord, where there's a simp, there's a way.
to tell NPCs apart.
Well done.
In a scene with multiple NPCs, it helps you track who's talking if those characters sound different.
Oh yeah, yeah. And it's here's the thing. It's not like that Joe Manganiello where you can say like
we had dinner with him.
Yeah, sort of. Oh, he's just a Hollywood guy, and that's why he raised so much money. And it's like, if that was the case, I'd be like, yeah, but he's also the real deal. Like you can tell he loves gaming. He's into it. Like he's not just doing this. Maybe he's doing it a little bit for like the cachet that gaming gives you now. But realistically, he was running games, I think, even before it became like mainstream popular.
He fits in to my thesis. Him and Sophia are divorced now, correct?
Oh yeah. If you don't,
he games, she doesn't game.
Yeah, she didn't game with him. Should have gamed with him.
Dr. Harris.
And if
Do you concur?
I should have concurred.
an NPC has a memorable voice, that's just one more cue to help players remember them if they encounter that NPC again. And finally, it gives you an additional way to communicate information about the character, like that they're harmless, or full of themselves, or from New Jersey.
I think there is a depth of characters. Like sometimes you hear someone's voice and you know more about them. For example, I'll take some from the puppy roll. So we had this bodacious husky and he kind of sounded like this, and he was immediately everybody knew like he was super cool, and he was like the man about town, and he kind of talked like this. And then there was a very proper poodle.
Oh yeah, you know all about
You know all about her immediately.
At this point,
See, and to me, that's all about the DM like just hogging the spotlight
Correct.
for themselves.
Yes.
And it's like
it becomes almost like a one-man like improv show.
Yeah, you got to go careful there if you can. I understand there's certain characters, great, but like these people, it's like they do it like with everybody, and it's like just how does this character fit into the world? You know, are they that important? They need this, you know, or can we move on?
You're correct, Magnificent. Role playing is not performance art.
Yeah, and I'm not even saying there shouldn't be, you know, a little flair here and there. But man, you really have to pick and choose like your spots. And it can't be on, you can't be on all the time with this stuff.
You're probably saying,
drive your
Ginny,
group
listen, you're preaching to the choir. I already want to do voices. That's why I clicked on this video. Aren't you going to tell us how to do voices? And first of all, calm down. What are you, in a rush or something? You're the one who clicked on a YouTube video. I think you probably have plenty of time. You're folding laundry or something, or avoiding doing work.
The mask drops.
That's right, I see. You. That's why it's no big deal that I'm about to take 60 seconds to talk about today's sponsor. That's enough.
You could tell that came from she was doing it for quote unquote humorous effect, but
there's a little bit of truth back there.
There was a little simmering behind that.
Time to fold like 5 shirts. You're welcome. Hey, almost ready to start. Just grab.
I love how the little logos are almost strategically placed.
Grabbing some monster tokens
You know
and
what I
we'll
mean?
roll initiative. Oh, have you tried Chepeku tokens yet? Are they the ones?
Did she mean to do this with the
where those microphones
where those ended up? She had to have seen this and be like, "Oh God, I gotta reshoot this," or is that just where my mind goes? Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, she's not much better than whoever that chick she was interviewing. She just started playing like 4 or 5 years ago.
To make those fancy maps? Yeah, but they've just introduced tokens too. I'll send you the link to subscribe now. It's go.chepeku.com/JinnyD. They have 2 different tiers, so you can pick the right one for your budget. The tokens are for monsters, player characters, and NPCs, and they're totally customizable.
I think Bob has the same sponsor.
Skin color, eye color, hair, clothes, accessories. It's like a doll maker, but with ogres. I mean, it's just a horde of goblins. Doesn't really matter if they're emerald or avocado green. What about changing their weapons to match your stat block? Or putting them on different colored backgrounds so we can stop saying, I attacked the one on the left. No, the other left. No, the wizard's left.
got ogres.
I can even pick the goblin's ears. They release new tokens every week for subscribers. If you're in a hurry, you can just grab one of the presets, or there's a randomizer. So you could have a whole horde of completely unique goblins in like 20 seconds. Then you just download them with one click and drop them into your VTT.
You guys taking notes
Hexer
here?
is gonna have red eyes, cause magic.
Sure, this is only a minute. Seems like an hour.
Should we roll initiative or shush? I think I'm gonna give the boss earrings. It's a symbol of his rank. How would you define a voice? That's a great question.
Voices need to carry across water.
Question. Doing a voice and just voicing a character feel like 2 different things to me.
Yeah.
Doing a voice is very kind of like you slap it on the top.
Right.
Right?
Slap
But
in the base.
voicing a character is, especially if it's an NPC, you are choosing the language they speak. And even just changing that up, you will hear, the people around you, your players will hear a difference in your tone and a difference in your voice just by choosing different language for them.
Ooh, put that one from Shark up. I met several of the models for the Book of Erotic Fantasy at Gen Con. Those girls were actually working with something for damn sure. And they played D&D. We looked at the Book of Erotic Fantasy a long time ago on one of our streams, Shark. I thought it was a little cringy. I felt bad for some of the women, but you are right. They were definitely, some of them were not terrible looking.
So don't feel the need to jump into accents and jump into different sounds. I feel like when you have the essence of a character in your heart, it will start to come through. Even when I am doing a voice for
Are those awards
character
over
in a
her
big-
shoulder? In the one in the Moo, like, see how there's like a gold, silver, and bronze.
Yeah. I think they definitely have to be.
They kind of look like the emblem on like a Star Trek shirt.
Yeah. No. That's before you even said it. That's kind of where my mind was too. Yeah. It looks like the Starfleet logo.
Video game or in animation. It's not so much putting on something as filling it up with what I believe the character to be, and then deciding what that sounds like. Which means that sometimes doing a voice is not doing a voice at all. Sometimes it's my voice, sometimes it's my voice heightened from emotion, sometimes there's age involved.
She
But
looks
I
like
think a lot
the
of
girl that did the voice on Frozen, if you were doing it.
Okay.
Idina Menzel.
Yeah. Yeah, you almost you have the advantage of me there because
And then she was in Uncut Gems as well.
Oh, yeah.
As Howard's wife.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, that chick. Okay. 1 second here. Something's bothering the heck out of me. Oh, there we go. Just move that over.
Something's bothering me. Patrick Demo.
Oh,
$5 to make you holla.
Good bother. $5. We have no one but ourselves to blame, really. We simped these folks straight into the hobby and on Easy Street within it. Yeah. It's just it's a slightly more benign version of OnlyFans. That's all it is. He's trying not to
People think that they have to do a bunch of different
squeezing one back.
Different voices that aren't recognizable at all from each other in order for people to recognize the different NPCs, and I don't believe that at all. Because I love doing different fun voices, I will mix them in for flavor, but it's definitely not necessary.
When you learn something about a character's personality or just some description of them, how do you then translate that into the ways that they would speak?
First, I'll start off with, is this a creature? Is this a human? Is this someone that sounds like a human? Like, what is that? Because sometimes creatures, like for example, the mushrooms in our Lego event, they were creatures that didn't have mouths and they were tiny. So I decided that they should talk up here, like talk here, because I was like, there's not a whole lot of space for them to be making that sound.
Right, for like resonance.
Yes, and also they're just really cute, and I wanted them to sound cute, so I gave them that voice.
Do you think one sort of element that's different from your own voice or that's more thoughtfully paired with the character is usually enough to differentiate?
I really do think it's plenty. If you want to find a physicality that suits the character, sometimes that helps. That becomes your one.
But this is all like, it doesn't even seem like it applies directly to like gaming. It's just like, oh, if you want to be an actor, I mean, I don't know. It's just, I think this is all
I feel
just
like this is something maybe she's just putting on her resume. Like I think that.
Oh yeah.
Like I was
for sure.
You know, I'm auditioning for this toothpaste commercial. Do you know I was also the voice of a mushroom on a Lego?
Yeah. Here, I'll show you the 2-hour video, which I have if we want to watch. Oh, I know we already watched like the first third of it. Go ahead, you can grab the $1.99 there.
Yep. Crom
laughs at your fall wins. Just write a book for fuck's sake. Just cut my hair. Just cut my hair.
Element. For some people, accents are very helpful. They aren't necessary, but for some people they
please.
are. But just something.
Do not encourage
tiny
people to do accents.
That differentiates that character.
I love the display dice there.
Mm-hmm.
Like the dice that well, where are the like workman like dice that everybody in this chat has that we have? These are like just like show dice. Grimlocked, $4.99, almost $5. This reminds me of Ian McKellen explaining acting to Ricky Gervais. Yeah. Like and subscribe, says Sean. Yep. Thank you guys, all of you.
Takes 2 seconds to smash that like button.
People
and subscribe if you're not. Jiminy Christmas. Just put the fries in the bag.
I think that's plenty.
I feel like there are really 2 points Anjali's making here. The first is about the philosophical approach to what a voice means. When she talks about the difference between doing a voice and voicing a character, what I think she's really talking about
this
is
2 weeks in a row I've inflicted voice, like this fart sniffing, like voice philosophy on you guys. My apologies.
Those are her participation trophies, says Michael Rose.
Why did you choose that voice? What connects it to this character? I could voice a Goliath gladiator like Nigel Thornberry. Would it be hilarious? Yes. What kind of damage would his weapon deal? Smashing. But that would be what Anjali describes as doing a voice, just slapping a voice on top of the character. It has nothing to do with who that gladiator is. But voicing a character is about using what you know about them to inform their speaking voice. If you choose the elements of his voice based on something about him, now you're voicing him within.
All right, Chris, now I'm starting to not believe some of this stuff you're saying.
Attention. Where is he from? What personality and attitude does he have? How old is he? How tall is he? 7 to 8 feet? That's crazy. Did he say anything about me? The second...
Ooh.
Jiminy Christmas.
Ginny likes tall guys.
Yeah.
Well, Ginny. I'll introduce myself next time I see you. 6'4". My office had the SAG account. Ooh. Oh, there you go. Was he nice?
Point she's making is more practical, and that's the idea that just one differentiating factor is usually enough to make a voice stand out. So if the character sounds
Webhead
very
Mike.
old
Webhead Mike was in Scott Garabay's group, remember?
or has a French accent, that's probably enough. If they have a super nasal voice, they don't need to also mumble everything under their breath or start every sentence with, well, to play devil's advocate. I mean, unless you want your players to instantly hate them, and then you should probably do all three. Not only does this tactic help your players quickly and easily remember...
Getting tired of that millennial, that type of millennial humor. Like she just grinds it into the ground. So do this, unless you want this. Blah, 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 blah.
Chris said that Ricky was really cool.
I can see that. Seems like a nice guy.
Remember each character, but it also helps you remember them. It's much easier to jot down a note about your
Epic
shopkeeper
Golden
having a
Globes,
lisp than to
speech.
log some complex combination of different vocal quirks.
I know you've been acting for a really long time, so this may not apply anymore, but do you like practice a voice that you're going to be doing frequently?
I play with my voice a lot just to see what new things I think I might be able to do
Ooh.
so that I'm not walking into a situation where if they need 20
Was that scent of a woman?
Yeah, but when she said I play with my voice.
voices, I don't have them to give them.
You practice like the craft of
Yes.
being able to change your voice.
100%.
What does playing with voice sound like
See?
for you? Like, what does that mean?
Well,
He who wants
sometimes
to
it means
know
I'm
thought
talking
the
to my dog.
same
Literally
exact thing.
I play with my voice. Owen Wilson, Steven Tyler. I'm going to guess Owen Wilson was probably pretty nice too.
talking to myself and figuring out
Let
silly
us
voices
know.
to talk to myself in. If I'm researching a show, an animated series, or something like that.
My brother ran into Sharon Stone right before she became mega popular. It was after Total Recall, but before Basic Instinct. My brother used to work at this department store called Kaufman's. And Sharon Stone is from our general area, and she had come up to our city just to go shopping in the mall. And yeah, my brother ran into her. Said she was super nice.
Our mall is like, if you look at the square footage of our mall, it's in like the top 5 or something like that.
It's
in the
ridiculous.
Country.
Yeah.
It's humongous.
People used to come from Canada in droves on the weekend. Probably, maybe still do.
They certainly did, because they used to come see me at Old Navy.
Yeah.
And we couldn't open them a credit card because they didn't have like the proper zip code or something like that.
And then they open up all their packages, and because Canadians, generally speaking, are pigs, they just like throw their trash. Like you think like, oh, Canadians are so conscientious. They're
No,
such,
they are not.
Fuck no. They don't want to pay the duty on them, so they'll open up all their shit, and then they'll just throw their fucking packages, you know, the wrappings, like wherever. Yeah, she's from Meadville. I think like right below. Like her sister is still in the area. The woman who used to cut my hair,
just cut my hair.
Yeah, she was actually best friends with Sharon's sister, so she would always be going out to California and have all these like stories.
I think to myself, oh, what's a character that I could play on that show, and what would they sound like?
Oh, that's fun.
That's
Look at
super
you.
fun.
Tap
I did that a
and
lot with
ankles.
Game of Thrones.
If you were to give
Shaped like a pistol on purpose. It was built by the Youngstown Mafia.
dungeon masters who are not planning on doing anything with acting, but just maybe want to improve their range of how they can voice NPCs.
Let me have control here for a
What
moment.
would
You
be
got
like
it.
your top tips for those people?
I'm gonna let this
don't
play.
worry. First of all, don't worry right away about doing a voice. Think about the essence of that character and close your eyes and think about what that character sounds like. Don't feel like you have to do an accent or have to do a this or I have to do a that unless you feel like it really fills a character with something extra. It's fun, it's an extra layer, it does give them depth, but is by no means necessary for you to...
All right, I've heard enough. God, this stuff is insufferable. Absolutely insufferable. You want to see the shape of our mall? What does that look like to you in the middle there?
Plain as day.
It's not even one of those things like, well, it could be something else. I mean, it could be. No, it was built this way, and it was built this way on purpose. I'm telling you, the Youngstown Mafia built our mall.
I heard Smoky Bones is going out of business in our city, and a Hooters type restaurant called Twin Peaks will be moving in to Smoky Bones.
Oh, really? Twin Peaks. Nice. By the way, here's War Stories by... give a quick look in. 162 backers.
That's awesome.
I love you guys. Look at some of the comments here.
Rogan sent me. Crazy mouse droppings.
Let's see. Quick question. I think they're down from last week's, but Frederick Canova, I think one of my earliest channel members, Diversity and Dragons, sent me.
Thank you, Frederick.
Yep. Saw this on Diversity and Dragons. Rick Wheatley. Thank you.
Mark
Poirot.
Yeah.
Diversity and Dragons sends his regards. Sounds like something you'd say right before you stab somebody.
Yes, it does. Right at the Red Wedding.
Yep. Moriarty sends his regards. You get shanked.
Yeah, we got a request. Hold on a second.
All right. Hold on here.
You know, Quasimodo predicted all this. Who did what?
Surly. Attaboy, Surly. DB. Man, running behind.
It's okay. It's okay.
Better late than never, amigo.
He still brought chips.
Hell yeah. You're in the game. You're in the poker game.
He brought some gibbles.
Yep. Yard Dog Brothers Sword Sisters running behind watching Millionaire Secret on Netflix. Ooh, really liked. If you are into game shows, worth a watch. Okay. Keep that in mind.
Thraxis.
Yes, let's have the lady that has that ran Lego promo games and Critical Role improve sessions on how to DM a table of middle-aged white guys. Yeah, couldn't fail, right, Thraxis? No way it could fail. All right, let's go right into. We're knocking them out.
You got some loony birds coming up.
Oh, that's the thing. You'll never lack for content.
She really stand on business. She said, fuck.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Women are fucking crazy.
Trump.
Last week, there was a rally downtown at Perry Square is the name of it. And someone was like ringing cow. I like pulled up to drop off a Target order for one of my my work.
Yeah,
and some lady came running up to me ringing a cowbell.
Dang, dang,
and
dang,
yeah,
dang.
like right in my grill. And I just said, oh, And then some other guy comes running down the street yelling with a big sign that says, fuck Trump. I was like, I'm just here dropping off a Target.
Yeah,
I don't even know what's going on.
I take no stand.
Not even sure what's going on
take
here.
No stand. Jeez. Urias Papers, $5. Did my first Garibay video on my YouTube channel. Ooh, currently over 1,000 views.
Oh, that's
Nice.
awesome.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
Y'all white people ain't fucking pissed enough for me. Y'all ain't mad enough for me. They are sending people to the camps now. If you've ever asked yourself what you would have done, now's the fucking time. Now's the fucking time. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Now's the fucking...
She'd be fun to hang out with.
Gonna say, you didn't happen to see her down there, did you?
She might have been. It wasn't a lady with a cowbell, but she might have been there. Overkill says those poor cats.
Yeah. Edgelord, one of the players in our group, saw Tommy Wiseau in Buffalo like a year or two ago. Said he was a really nice guy, real super nice guy.
If you see ICE disappearing people in the streets, will you get in the way? Yes! If you are charged with enforcing any part of the president's unlawful executive orders, will you resist? Yes! If your name...
What is that bot body shape there. That is rough.
Like if you saw, can you draw a pear and just put some arms on it? Yeah. There you go.
Yes. I love the mask outdoors too.
Yep. It's like
Never needs a place to hide. Will you hide them? Yes! And right now, as the Maine legislature is trying to scapegoat transgender student athletes bargaining long-held civil rights away in hopes that it will save Maine federal funding, will you show up for them and say that our human rights aren't for sale? Yes!
She's out of breath.
She is out of breath.
I love the... Will you buy me a Big Mac?
Thank you.
For lunch, I'm really, really hungry.
Check out the shoes. She looks like a potato head, says Patty.
Those of you celebrating the Supreme Court's ruling of what a woman is, what's going to happen when you, a cis woman, get stopped by police because they believe you're trans? Oh, I'm not trans, officer. Here's my identification. Oh, I don't believe you. You look trans to me. So what can he do then? He can touch you. He can look at you. He can make you take your pants off to show him.
These people are fucking nuts. I mean, this is like, yeah, good to see you here, Travis. Yeah. It's almost like an AI filter. But like, why would you, it's like, why would you want this? So it's got to be real. The eyes never, ever lie. They never lie. If you get that feeling from somebody by looking at their eyes, like, oh, this person, stay away, danger, danger. I think nature probably intended it that way. Like, your eyes are not supposed to like open this big.
To expose yourself, and if you don't.
So the conceit here is that you're going to get pulled over by a cop, and the cop's going to say, hey, are you a tranny? Like, no. And he's going to say, prove it. Pull your pants down.
Pull your pants down.
It's almost like this is like a fantasy, like these weirdos do. I'm just going to assume this person's a troon too.
JP says they look like doll's eyes. They do.
Yeah. Yeah, they're dead. These are dead. This is dead eyes, as Quint said in Jaws. Doll's eyes, dead eyes.
Chris Miller says it happens to him all the time.
Yeah.
Well,
who the fuck does that protect? Because it's certainly not women.
Now you're having these freakouts in public. All right. You'll see this is just a couple trying to enjoy their dinner, and it seems like the guy might have a MAGA hat on, but they're not doing anything. And then you have this creature come over.
I'm just eating potato skins, man.
Disgusting, sick, vile, fucking weirdo! Oh my god, it's fucking right! You dumb bitch, you're with this shit! He doesn't want me or you to have equality! Oh my god! Go pray for me! Touch me and watch me touch his fucking hands. I will hit and get away.
These people are masters at this too, provoking you, getting up in your face, and then being like, oh, don't touch me, don't touch me. Man. Oh, man.
That's where you wish you could like clothesline somebody, like in the WWE.
Yeah. And you know, if they do make contact with you, if you're feeling threatened, you know, I mean, you gotta defend yourself.
Get down. Get out. You're not welcome here. You don't want these people here. You're not welcome. You want me to make you be okay and comfortable in this one? Who the hell are you? Stand up to me and feel man.
I'm proud of this man. This man here is going to beat people like
Just it's just like a middle-aged couple eating.
There you go.
Yep.
Cops are letting it already go on too long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like just
Y'all right now. This is crazy shit right here.
crazy shit. The guy was eating his meal and had a hat on. And then you went ballistic because you are a fucking lunatic. Mac Thompson, $2. All them big boy words sure make the arguments solid. Yes, they do. Oh, we'll get to see what kind of a guy this woman attracts.
This is some fucked up shit.
Well, there he goes.
How much did a guy make it a year?
My boyfriend makes like 20 grand. That's fucking it? Yeah, he works really hard. Okay, but he should at least be making 200K. He's a janitor at the high school. He really works hard. That's hard work to you? That's hard labor. That's labor. That attracts you? I want a guy who works hard. But don't you want a man who makes 200K so he can spoil you? I would rather a guy who works hard than a guy who's rich. Okay, you have to work hard to get 200K. That's a lot of money. He really works hard. That's all he has. Does he live in a fucking trailer? You're judging him for living in a trailer? I am. Yes, why? You have a problem with guys who live in a trailer? Yeah, me personally. You guys are so judgmental. Fucking break up with him. You can find a hotter guy who spoils you. He literally gives me everything he has. What does he drive? He literally drives a 2012 Kia Soul. Does he make you pay for gas money? No, he always pays. He gives me everything he has. I don't know. That's not a lot.
What do we think?
I think the one on the right's a keeper.
Yep. One on the
One
left.
on the left's a loony. Loony.
I think I
Crafty
found...
Matt said it was staged.
That's kind of what I was thinking too, Matt. It kind of seemed... I don't think this next one is staged, though, too. I think this one is legit.
What's your age?
22.
Are you single?
I saw this one.
Yeah.
This one's totally legit.
Yeah.
No.
How long you had a man?
5 years.
And how long have you had a baby?
She's almost 2.
Was it with him or with somebody else?
Him.
So how much does he have to make to take care of you and your daughter?
At least $1,000 a month.
$1,000 a month?
Food, groceries, car insurance.
I think her math might be a little off here. Probably more like $2,000 a month.
Diapers, wipes.
Now, how much would you say a man has to make annually to take care of a family of 3?
Annually, overall, at least 30 grand a year.
On just a baby? Or...
Every expense you would need for a stay-at-home mom and a child.
But if he's spending $30K a year on both you and your daughter, how much more would he need to make to live comfortably?
Oh, we are comfortable. That's comfortable.
So a family of 3 could survive off of just $40K a year?
Yeah.
They went from 1,000 to 30 to 40. I get it, but like...
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to get taxed very much in that money, so you're going to be able to keep... Well, not like the Social Security tax and all that. I mean, yeah, look, if you're making 40, you're probably bringing home 33 when it's all said and done, 33, 34. You can, look...
They're saying that's a Twin Peaks restaurant in the background.
Oh, is it really? Good Lord. Serendipity to the extreme. I don't know. I mean,
Travis said it, and so did Michael Rose. Double D, you can't get rid of me.
Oh, I know.
I'm calling the shots before they happen today.
Never.
Talked about Moses, Twin Peaks.
It's just not going to be a lavish lifestyle. But this economy sucks.
So you just make it work?
Yeah.
She kind of reminds me of the Haktua girl, like the same kind of voice.
Yeah, she's like the good She's like the good Haktua girl.
Yeah.
Like the kind that doesn't like make a spectacle of herself. I'm trying to think, you can, like when Mrs. D had our son, then went back to work for a year and then took 2 more years off. She took 2 years when her son was born, went back, and then another 2 years. So my son got 4 out of 5 years at home.
Mm-hmm.
Our daughter only got like 2 or so. But back early on, I mean, granted it was the early 2000s, but we were living off of like 40 grand.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it.
It can be done.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying that from experience. I did it. Now I understand things are a little bit more expensive now, but still, like if you have a mom who's running the household the way it should, they will find ways to save money.
Mm-hmm.
It can be done. So
What's for dinner tonight? Mac and cheese and tater tots.
Yeah.
That's what we had last night.
Yeah,
you're having it again tonight.
Yeah, you don't go out to dinner every night of the week. You don't go on fucking cruises. That's the thing. It's just people going on fucking cruises, man. It drives me batty. It's so fucking expensive. You got airfare, cruise. Oh, it's all inclusive. End of the day, you're dropping 5 or 6 grand. Do you know what you could do with 5 or 6 grand? Just do some fucking research for a week and find somewhere to put it, like short term in the market or something. Make some money. Man, Scribe. About 41K last year. Nice. Nice, Chris.
Yes, ma'am.
Still here, still waiting for your ID that you won't give me.
Yeah.
You have your driver's license and insurance? What am I don't understand why I was being pulled over. Can you show me the speed I was doing? You're 153 and a 35. Can you show me?
153?
I don't know if I think it might have been the
53?
captioning software. I think it was 53. If she was doing 153 and a 35.
They'd have dragged her out.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see what they do here.
I'm asking you, show me. Be on the camera for court. I know, I want to see the camera now. I can't do that. Can I see can I speak to your supervisor? Sure, you have your driver's license and insurance? I'm asking for a supervisor. I'm asking for your license and insurance. I'm asking for a supervisor. Okay, in the meantime, I need your driver's license. I'm asking for a supervisor. Can I see a supervisor, please?
You can either roll the window down, or I will break it. Are you going to provide your ID?
Are you serious?
Absolutely. Are you going to provide your ID? Speeding. Speeding was the reason for the traffic stop. Are you going to provide your ID? Are you going to provide your ID? Okay. I've asked you several times. You refuse to answer. Are you going to step out of the vehicle? Are you going to step out of the vehicle? Okay, ma'am, you are now under arrest. You are under arrest for obstruction of official business and failing to provide your ID. Step out of the vehicle. Step out of the vehicle, or I will break the window. Step out of the vehicle, or I will break the window. Ma'am, I'm telling you one more time. Step out of the vehicle, or I'm going to break the window. Okay.
Oh my God!
Please step out.
I love the reaction. Like, oh my God! What did you expect? He told you what he was gonna do for like 5 minutes. Pull her wig off, says Cal.
No, I didn't do anything wrong. Okay. I didn't even do anything wrong. Oh my God! This is crazy. Are you the supervisor?
I am.
And what's your name?
Sergeant McDonald.
I have done nothing wrong. I have done absolutely nothing wrong, officer. I promise to God on my dad's grave. My dad is deceased. And they...
My dad is a thief.
That's a thief. The captioning software, it knows. It knows.
She pulled me out over... I got to sit on help now. This is not going well this morning. Warrants, this bullshit. It was a speeding ticket. Fucking speeding ticket.
Take him off.
They didn't bust the window out for what? Like... And then we just had the supervisor come out and just listen to me.
To do all that and still think you're the victim. Some of these folks are just unbelievable.
Fuck black culture. We don't want to take accountability for anything. Yet we're offended by everything. Then we demand respect while we disrespect everyone else because we're fucking entitled. How do we go from a people so strong and resilient, hardworking and honest, to what the fuck we have today? Our communities suck, our schools suck, our households are dysfunctional. We have so many problems, and we don't want to acknowledge it. Our music sucks. The fucking women carry themselves like whores. I mean, we have a whole host of problems when we talk about culture, the arts. It's fucking shameful. I'm tired as a black man having the lowest of the low being the representatives of the black community. We need to stop letting a bunch of fucking entertainers and clowns be the representatives of black people. Black people fail because we don't have leaders, we have entertainers. We don't take shit seriously. We play a fucking game and everyone's tired of the game that we're playing. We don't take care of our own. We don't respect our communities. We don't do a single fucking thing for ourselves, but we have the audacity to complain about what other people are doing and what they're not doing for us.
One thing that drives me crazy about inner city, and I'm not saying black necessarily, I'm just saying the inner city in our city, is the amount of garbage in the neighborhoods.
Oh, I know,
and it makes me like you're asking me to care about your neighborhood more than you care about your neighborhood. Yes. There is so much garbage on the curbs, on the streets, and I don't know why, to be honest. If the neighborhood is, poor and they can't afford it, can't the city or somebody just step up, rent them a community dumpster for like $120, those dumpsters for $120? Everyone just throw their garbage in there. We can clean up our own neighborhood. Yeah, and I don't mean like neighborhood as in like a 5-block radius. I'm talking like just your fucking neighborhood, like the one block that you're on.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Cause I drive through an area it's not really bad, but it's a little bit. Now I'm just marvel at like, dude,
like a side street to go to work. Is that what you mean?
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. Like over like 4th. And it's like, I'm looking at this shit and I'm like, don't you, like, that's the front of your house or your apartment. Like, don't you have any fucking pride? Anyway, I thought that brother was You never know if somebody's just doing it to get clicks or views, but I don't know. He seemed to be saying the right things.
I agree with that. I think if the dumpster would... I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, you put a dumpster there, then it's going to be like, well, who's going to take the trash to it then? You know, like you did enough for me. At some point, you have to realize, look, you either like living in filth or you don't. Don't you want better? You know, it's like I know a lot of them, do, because it's not all those, houses, but man, some of them, it's disgusting.
Probably heard about this Supreme Court.
Oh my goodness.
So to back this up a little bit, of all places, Great Britain, the UK, their Supreme Court basically said, for lack of a better word, like trans women are not women, they're still dudes, essentially. Basically what everybody with a little bit of common sense already knows. So he's going to tell you about it.
It's ruling on the definition of the word woman. This will have some real serious implications. It will have some consequences.
Is that person laying down on a mattress, or are they standing up directly against the wall?
Yeah, I think they're laying down. A lot of these TikTokers, they are so lazy.
Above their head, the way that the shadow is on the hat makes me think that as well.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But I want to tell you one thing. They can make their laws. They can specify.
Look at that. He's
got one tooth.
One tooth like iced out.
Specify their definitions. They can take away my rights. But there's one thing that they'll never be able to take from me. And that's
my tooth.
Who I am. I'm a trans woman and I'm proud. And they'll never be able to take that from me.
I was Lily Phillips number 585. They can never take that from me at all.
Yes. I got that the rest of my life.
JD Vance is a closeted trans woman, right? I just know. I know this. I can see it in his eyes. I just know. And that makes me happy. It really does. Because every time I look at him, I'm just looking at a man trapped in a goofy hell. He's a closeted trans woman, right? He's got the dysphoria beard. Every suit he wears looks like a statement of like, is this what a man is? You ever see an overstuffed sausage casing? Like that's how he wears suits because he's not looking at his body in a proportional way. So he's just wearing this misfit shit. And this guy is in a goofy hell. Like imagine this. There's like this like pull inside of you, this like magnetic feeling.
I think he's talking about the last guy.
That you be a woman. And that scares the living shit out of you.
Yeah, people are making that joke online quite a bit.
So you just start running in the other direction, and you're not even thinking about where you're going. You just keep on running, and you run for months, and you run for years, and you look behind you, and you see you're so far from where you started, and you look in front of you, and you're in an office. You're a trans
You're in an office.
You're in an office.
You're in an office.
Can you pull that for a clip? For a sound
Let me
bite?
jot it down. You're in an office.
You're in an office.
Yep, you're in an office. You got it.
I love knowledge. Hey, Double D!
Your soul is screaming to you womanhood in this hyper-masculine office, in a hyper-masculine suit, surrounded by hyper-masculine men, doing a hyper-masculine job on behalf of a hyper-masculine ideology. So to find peace with this womanhood, you do the most trans thing
That's
of
an
all.
ogre in a wig.
Convert to Catholicism. So you're sitting there, calming your metaphysical distress with Catholicism.
Did he miss a button?
Oh yeah, on his shirt. Yeah, yeah. It looks cockeyed. It looks cockeyed.
And then the Pope comes in, tells you that you're an asshole, and then he leaves and dies.
Look at that.
What a cackle. Oh, my God.
That maniacal laugh. Jeez. This is fucking Buffalo Bill's like long lost
put the
brother.
lotion in the basket.
Yeah.
Hank just said it too. Double D.
Yep. Fucking
Hank all over it.
Yeah. All these people, they love to say JD Vance is weird, and invariably the people that say that are people like that.
Clip the laugh.
Clip the laugh. Yeah, I may do both.
You got double dip.
I may do both. It's like Crazy Mouse is going to be like a pig in shit next week. It's like the other. Like this is a table of like just normal people, and it includes a sister who's either a Trump supporter or like with a Trump supporter. And this fucking Karen.
Yes, I am. Okay, so the only problem, so I work for the only people who ever challenged why did you do so much just shut the It means that you understand what somebody is saying. Okay, I think we balance is a sex offender and accused of espionage, indicted for espionage.
Oh, just what you want when you're sitting down for brunch, accused of espionage. I put this
cowbell.
Yeah, exactly. I put this in here for balance because I didn't want you to think that every sister is like the one that got pulled over and then was like, "What's happening? Well, I can't believe this." There's a small but very dedicated percentage of sisters out there who will put these white women, like these horrible liberal white women, in their place.
The only people who ever challenge me are white Democrat women.
Calling her out, white Democrat women.
35-year
There you go, getting up in her face.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm. Woof woof woof. What do you make of that?
Those are, according to DEI, some of those are our next pilots.
I was watching a Chrissy Mayer. She's a female comedian video. I should have grabbed it, but her and her friend were getting on a plane and they had the camera, like they were doing like a video, but like a selfie video, and they're coming onto a plane like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" You could tell as they were coming into the plane, like the cockpit door is open as it usually is. And they're like, "Hey," they were talking to the stewardess who was there, and they're like, "Oh yeah, hey, can I have some wings?" You know, because the one was pregnant. "Can I have that?" But they were actually looking behind them to see what was in the cockpit. And the one girl does this, and then they move down the aisle, and they're like, "Yay, we have white pilots." It's a bunch of middle-aged white men. Oof. Yeah, do we really want that, Chris?
It's over, Anakin!
We got one right here.
Ooh, yeah. The Jewish skeptic. Oh my, $5. Eastern Orthodox here. Shout out to my Catholic brothers out there. Sad to hear that Pope Francis reposed. Praying for the next Pope to be a little bit more based. Absolutely. Yeah, I think we tried the commie Pope angle, and let's just say the results were mixed. How about somebody who's just into the faith and doesn't want to make pronouncements on climate change and all that stupid bullshit, or immigration especially over there? Did you know Revenge of the Sith is coming back into theaters? Crazy Mouse?
Is this the one we watched by ourselves?
It is, yeah. There was
one of the not one of the best movies I ever saw, but one of the best movie experiences I ever had.
Oh yeah, it was me, Crazy Mouse, and our friend Gavin Morgan. We were just had the theater to ourselves. It was when Revenge of the Sith was at the end of its run, probably like one of its last days.
And we literally did. It's like we rented it out. We had it was just the three of us.
Like Mystery Science Theater. All right, so this is from a video game back then. Let's see if you can think. Let's see if you can suss out what's going to happen, because we've seen this a million times, right? We all love Revenge of the Sith. Good, certainly the best of the prequels. I actually really like the movie.
I have the high ground!
You underestimate the power of the dark side.
Don't try it!
Deked! He got deked. Wow. What would happen if, what'd you have done if the movie had played out like that?
Excellent work,
He ain't done.
apprentice. There are none left to oppose us. The galaxy is ours now. Your new weapon, Lord Vader.
Apparently you could play as Anakin and just go to town on everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, Queen of the Dabblers, edgelord Chrissy Mare. Yeah, I do like Chrissy Mare. I liked her since she first started, even on like Nerdrotics. I think she was on their Friday show, whatever. I even forget the name. Palpatine lost his eyes. Yeah. Well, it's like the original Empire Strikes Back and the cheap mask. All right, so we've all heard of this. Some of us have seen it. 3 sisters beating up on a white girl. I know this has happened like at our local schools a couple times. But there's a hero's about to enter the fray.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
I don't know.
Is that at a roller coaster or something?
It looks like it, doesn't it? It's like an amusement park. He's evening out. I like to think this guy's evening out the odds. He's got to step in one more time here. Whew. Damn. It's like you don't want to be in these situations, but in the same respect, I don't know. I like the guy who's evening things out. You know, and not going to be 3-on-1 on my watch.
Girls, I need you to get your shoes on. Because I gotta go fight someone and they have 2 daughters and I need you to fight the daughters. Are you ready to fight? Yeah. You don't want to fight? They're your size. Can you fight them? Yes. Oh yeah! Alright, let's go. Come on.
I don't know. I just love that little girl's enthusiasm. This is going to be so much fun. I'm going to fight another girl. Here we go. Tesla dealership. God, I hate these people. I mean, I know you shouldn't hate strangers, but like I hate this guy. He looks a little femmy. It's not your dealership. What gives you the right to do this? To deface and vandalize? Why aren't there police there?
Chris, I 100% agree with you.
Yeah. Yeah, I would just, man.
Would these be the same people that would be complaining if there was like looters?
Yeah.
Or would he be a looter himself?
No, that guy, he's too much of a pussy. I mean, we all look. I mean, it's face facts. We know who the looters mainly are. No, he'd be the first one calling the police on the. He would give money to get looters out of jail. And then when the looting happened in his town, he would be the first one to call the cops and say, why aren't you doing something about this looting? Because they live this lie in their lives. All these people, you know what they do too? And I've said it before, it drives me crazy. They all move out to the suburbs, away from the inner city.
Who's this?
Panther. Good to see you, buddy.
Did that alligator ring the doorbell?
I think so.
It's like shark. Chomp, chomp.
Got to be Florida, I'm going to guess.
Or our city where they lost the gator.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. He's trying to get in.
Wants to know where his chicken nuggets are.
Yeah, I smell something in there. All right, so here are things you do. Do not approach cops with purpose, or this may happen. That is a takedown. Look, I'm not for police brutality. I'm going to guess this person doing it was probably just a troublemaker anyway, but you just... Adam Carolla always says this. Cops don't have a dimmer switch. They're either on or off.
Mm-hmm.
They see a threat like that, you're going to get your ass put down like that. That was a really good tackle. I'm going to guess that guy had football experience.
Or wrestler.
Or wrestling, yeah. One or the other. Because he didn't, like, as soon as he saw her coming, boom. Oh, there we go. So this is Nancy Mace, representative from South Carolina, who's kind of leading the charge on making trans people go to the proper bathroom in the U.S. Congress. So she was doing a speech, and this tranny down below is trying to get in her face. And this tranny has a problem with Nancy Mace calling them trannies. So watch what Nancy does here.
Does your husband call you babe? I'm not married. Okay, so even better.
And I don't care.
Okay, so I would like for you to apologize, but he is derogatory, and second of all...
Is tranny derogatory to you?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course the fuck it is.
Tranny. Yeah, tranny. That's derogatory to you? I'm good.
Tranny.
She stole the plane.
I know. Somebody I saw on TikTok, and everybody's like, oh, laughing like he stole the plant. I'm like, it's not Nancy Mace's plant. It just stole a random plant. It's not the own you think it is. Oh yeah, this guy worked on Tim Walz's campaign, I believe, for vice president. This happened up in Minnesota. This is a bunch of Teslas lined up. You will see him vandalize here. And because it's Minnesota and a bunch of communists live up there, $20,000 in damage, and the judge essentially let him go. Yeah, real good. This is just a minute of pandas being surprised. I gotta say, they're kind of cute. I had a panda teddy bear when I was young.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of weird. I still remember that thing. They're jittery things, aren't they? I think it's called Cat Circus, Matthew. You gotta admit, they're kind of cute, aren't they?
I think a baby one is a baby panda is like adorable.
Yeah. Jumpy. These things are jumpy as hell. This is in San Francisco. This happens in these dystopian, leftist places where it's all peace and love on the surface, and underneath everybody's just getting tired of avoiding the piles of shit on the road from all the homeless people, of all the DEI bullshit, of things just not getting done and not taken care of. So this Indian woman has finally had it. There's a sister who was probably being a Karen towards her. And let's see if they bleeped out the word here, but let's see if you can maybe silently. Don't put it in the chat. Figure out the word the Indian woman is telling her.
Bitch, I mean, sending, going into a podcast if you good.
Bitch,
You been staring at me
with your fake ass eyelashes.
I don't give a fuck. I don't
Get
give a
out
fuck.
of my face, you fucking.
Telling me a nigga because you want me to put hands on you so bad, you racist.
It's funny because they'd say oh, that's something you'd see in the deep South, Arkansas, when it's Like you probably wouldn't see that there. You would only see this shit going on in places like San Francisco and LA, where things are just boiling up like so much. People are so tired of having to say and do the right things that it just, if somebody has a bad day or goes over the line, you've got an Indian woman there just dropping N-bombs, hard R, like over and over and over again. Funny. Oh, and this guy's trying to get to his pregnant wife. This is in Italy. And we have climate protesters on the highway. All right, so he's serious. Get the fuck out of the way. Let this one go. But no.
Oh!
Boy, who could have seen that happen?
Mm-hmm.
Man, who'd have known? Dummy. Should have gone full bore. Should have gone full bore. Worthless humans there. Just fucking worthless. It's cuz it's always the brothers and sisters that have the best reaction, though. I mean, I showed this to Mrs. D. She was laughing her ass off. What the fuck? I love this. The brother at the end gets it. He's laughing his ass off. It's just William Shatner. Yep.
Beautiful. She's a beautiful woman. She's been through hell. She's been through hell, right?
Oh, yes.
Your daughter's looking down proud of you. You know that. Just keep it going.
I know.
Keep it going.
It's like you said.
Stay with that one.
It's like you said, we have a purpose.
It's a purpose.
All right, so this is Trump. He had an angel mom in the Oval Office. These are mothers or fathers, could be an angel dad of these. Their kids were killed by these illegal immigrants. These like people like the MS-13 Maryland man. I don't think Obama, and I sure as hell know that Biden didn't meet with any of these people. But Trump, he will meet with them. Everybody always says he's like, oh, he's heartless. Give me a fucking break, man.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Yep. We don't know. We don't want that. We don't want that. I'll tell you what. 904. I do have one more Scott Garibay video. If you think we should do it now, I don't know. What do you think, Crazy Mouse? Should we save it?
I'm not against it, but I know Rogan enjoys them.
Yeah, maybe we should save it. Yeah, we should save it. 2 hours. Yeah, let's keep this one lean and mean.
There'll be a week where we do less content and more Otto and Rorik to make up for the couple weeks we haven't done it.
Yeah, because I've been prepping, and
we're getting mixed reviews. Some people are saying yes. Some people say save it. Some people say I want to watch it. Some people say I want to Garabays.
I'll tell you what. We could do a quick little. We could do 15, 20 minutes of
Garabays.
Garabays. We could go back. We could go back in time. Because I need control here for a moment. I think we stop this at like...
Chris Miller's got to go. Disco Barbarian voted 14 times, all to play it.
DB, just for you, we'll do a little bit, but we'll do the Lego live play. This is the voice actress from before. What the heck? Where are we? Oh, I know why. Okay.
If the owlbear wakes up, I'll just go, hey!
Oh, this must be the part where she was doing the mushrooms. Remember she said that in the interview?
Hey! And see, and we'll know that the owlbear's up.
That sounds perfect.
Okay, thanks for stopping by. We'll just be here.
Thank you.
Bye.
I can't. So
So you make your way down the stairs.
I guess one thing I would say, like,
because of our sleeping buddy. Okay?
Obviously, I think the good people of Lego made that. Looks pretty.
Yes. Should be quiet.
Like, what would make you think like, all right, I haven't DM'd ever in my life, so my first DMing thing is going to be a public, like for consumption, live play.
And
With,
quote unquote
celebrities.
We should look behind the tree.
Yes.
All right. Excellent. For the way.
hides the way.
So you guys again kind.
This is the one where weren't they like trying to find chicken wings or something?
Yes, and wait, that was a guy DM.
I could have sworn it was her.
The chicken wings at a restaurant, like
yeah, they were trying to do something with food in this thing. I know.
How did she not knock over those horns?
I know. Must be glued.
Sidling up against this wall, and right as you approach the tree, the leaves are already swaying in the wind a little bit as you approach the tree, and Althea, you were the first to notice because you come up to the tree and you're just kind of like.
Disco says this is the chicken wing
pressing
adventure.
up against. The trunk to see if there's anything.
What tree?
That tickles. Some branches move away, and you see that the tree has a beautiful, wizened face.
Oh, wow.
Right there in the front, smiling.
Byproduct. Consume. These are the kind of things they're worried about being too expensive for you to buy. I guarantee you now that
Dice Tales is like, when does Scott Garibay show up in this video?
At you.
The thing is, you got to regulate your Garibay. I've been going at it pretty good, like consistently. I think you guys may think you want Garibay, but maybe not doing it is the tonic you need. So it'll keep you a little primed for next time. Because honestly, while he's on his bender, I'll keep covering it.
Guess what? His beard is almost as glorious as yours.
Indeed.
Oh,
yes,
my dear.
You flatter me.
Oh,
Is he a relative?
Hello there. Oh, sorry, I see that the owlbear is sleeping. Have you been watching the nature show in front of us? It's been amazing. It's been like an amazing feat of what nature can do.
Yes, it has. Did you see the owlbear? Yeah, it's right there.
Right there.
yes.
Watch as the sleeping owlbear naps in its native habitat. I can control it with my one hand, so I'll just like mime what is happening, and the hand will like zoom forward. Okay. And it's gonna go like this and just shoot right into the jelly. Right. Okay. And then it will reach for the pan. I mean, I imagine it would move pretty slowly once it's in the. Yeah. So it's definitely like there's a time warp almost. Like it reaches in and then all of a sudden.
Let's do the time.
Moves very slowly, but it is able to reach forward and grab onto that pan. And where would you like it to go from there? I just want it to go backwards. Get it out of the cube towards me. Yeah. And your mage hand is holding a silvered frying pan. And
we're more than halfway through, and we're grabbing frying pans.
Or I guess I'd bring it straight to Alec.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
And
if you would give that to Alec. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so very much. Oh, I feel so much better. Oh, those things are really disgusting, aren't they? They really do like that hot sauce.
They do.
It has moved forward a little bit, but it seems very slow.
Maybe the reason I thought it was a guy DM is the voice of the innkeeper is a dude.
For which one?
The frying pan, like the chicken wing episodes. Like we're watching, right? This is the chicken wing adventure.
Yeah, they had to get something.
Yeah, and the innkeeper is a guy. And
Yeah,
she uses
so
the-
she must have did his
Yeah.
voice as a guy. All right, yeah, I can see that. I can go there. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yep. I can't believe we got ridiculed for the hobby with this out in the wild. Yeah. Yep. I don't know, Patrick.
They might move it around.
Makes me question.
Yeah, maybe we could just
my
kind
life
of
choices.
lure it
Yes.
away from
Yeah.
the door.
I will. I kind of put my hand on you, and I'm going to cast.
May I touch you?
Yeah, put you. Did you ask permission?
Spiritual weapon.
You hear that thing about like where some group was encouraging fathers changing the diapers, and they asked like the baby, "May I change your diaper?" or something like
You're
that. You had
kidding.
to ask permission from a 0-year-old.
A baby. Oh my lord.
Permission to
Fucking
change
crazy.
your diaper. You got to lift up their sack to freaking clean the poop out from underneath there. May I touch you?
I'm gonna touch you when I cut your hair.
And I'm not trying to do severe damage with it, but I am going to provoke the gelatinous cube with the spiritual weapon. I'm going to have the spiritual weapon attack. So this a spiritual weapon that manifests is let's make it a frying pan in honor of this whole thing. So a frying pan appears, and
Didn't two of these guys invent the game, or like?
Well, they were involved, I think, on the
Lego
the
part?
Lego side. Yeah,
Yeah.
somehow. Boy, it's been a spell since. I didn't want to like do the beginning again too, just because it would have been a repeat. But it's probably because it's not that important. But yeah, these,
and it will strike at the gelatinous cube,
Okay.
and then I'll have it move back
Okay.
to
That
try to
can just-
draw it towards
Draw it
yeah.
away from the door towards
Yes.
towards you.
And towards the opposite
It's the
wall.
frying pans within.
Yes,
I,
indeed.
I love it. I love it.
And I will move away from this, kind of in
looking a
position
lot better
to
here.
when we're all ready to go, to move towards the door. Hopefully, when it's the path is clear.
What if we gave him something to keep it busy? Can we give him something?
Like what?
Like
I don't have anything.
a lute? It would be a shame.
Play a song.
Lure it. Lure the gelatinous cube with the power of song.
Perhaps.
I shall try this.
Okay.
And
Oh,
Rainus
yes.
walks off to the other side of the room and starts
Cal's
playing
holding
a
up his
song
X-Card.
on the lute. A beautiful, traditional Irish-sounding song.
Sorry, Cal.
You know what? Make a performance check for me.
Bleeger says it's a discount by now.
I would have guidance, but I'm
you're in
mesmerized.
Yeah, already.
Yeah.
I got this. Come on.
By the way, Cal,
Your name is Torben.
Is that a natural
It
20?
sure is. It's
Cal,
this
I
game.
will like.
Yeah.
I got this.
Yeah.
No, too much. Too much. Too much.
Nice.
Wonderful.
I'll go
You
sit.
guys were not expecting to be
Cuties D&D Falcon 2325.
so distracted in the middle of a very
I know
dangerous.
it's Lego. I mean, I understand, but God, if I was Ginny D, I'd be like, why are they inviting me to this? Oh, we just needed a fresh face to sell
situation,
this.
but all of a sudden, the voice that comes out of Waynus is angelic. It's like the song of angels coming down from on high.
We
The
know
lute
we know one of the quote unquote celebrities. I don't know what the other one does.
playing is it's like you
Maybe it's
feel
Orion
the passion
Acaba.
behind the song, and even though it's a very simple, like you said, the most beautiful Irish ditty, it's a simple tune, but somehow fills your heart. You stuff, and then we can go forth. Fully armed. Right.
Yes.
So
Yes.
let's go ahead and have you guys grab those things and upgrade your gear as before we head up the stairs. Would you like to roll an arcana for your lantern?
I would love to do that. That's gonna be an 18.
Excellent. It is a lantern of revealing.
Wow.
Ooh, we got so much loot.
That will make someone invisible, visible,
Mm-hmm.
perhaps?
Except we want to make sure not to hold that too close to Robin.
Yes.
But,
How many shields have we acquired?
Well, we
$100
We
is
gave
20.
one to Alex.
Come on, she got a free
still
trip
have-
over
You still have
there.
the other one.
There are also 2 potions.
in this room.
Whoa.
Yes, as you notice
we
that they're
can
up
see.
the stairs. You need
Yes.
to work your way up the stairs.
To get to the
We can
potions.
grab them on the way.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not even saying I guess the money, is whatever, but just like, oh yeah, we need your face to sell this game to retards. And she was probably thinking like, oh, I thought I was a serious gamer. Nope.
Didn't she do like a 20-hour session with Mad Maggie?
Oh, in the castle.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Like the party of like 50 or something, like not 50, but like 20.
Well, she had her game. Yeah, she played in the game and then she had to run one. Yeah. DB 5. The boy and I did adventuring with Lego from the time he was 6. It was never like this. Yeah, it was heroic always. Yeah. And obviously there's ways you can do it without having it revolve around a bunch of chicken wings.
As you guys
And
are
saucepans.
gradually having this conversation with each other, you do hear footsteps above you.
Oh,
steps.
Footsteps. No, hear footsteps above you. It doesn't sound like they're not particularly. They're just you hear footsteps.
Oh God, I'm gonna cast mage armor because I keep forgetting.
Okay.
Oh, she's got 2 faces. I'm gonna put her serious face on.
Yes, there you go. Yes, upgrade those bad boys and
Now
girls.
she looks mad.
Wonderful. All right. Are we heading up the stairs?
Yes.
What does your sensor do? I'm wondering
Oh,
if it
yeah.
could be useful in,
What does that
in
do?
battle.
Sensor. The flail counts as a holy symbol for me, which is why I
Oh.
can drop this for now. And if you allow me to use your shield, I would be most.
Yes, and I can read it for you.
Sounds like they have 7 shields.
They're not even playing. They're literally just trading.
Mr. Potato Head in it.
Yes, they're trading toys. I think I should do this, but Lego is sponsoring this.
The devotee's censer. The rounded head of this flail is perforated with tiny holes arranged in symbols and patterns. It counts as a holy symbol for you. When you hit with an attack using the magic flail, the target takes an extra 1d8 radiant damage. As a bonus action, you can speak the command word to cause the flail to emanate a thin cloud of incense out to 10 feet for 1 minute. At the start of each of your turns, you and any other creatures in the incense regain 1d4 hit points.
What?
Property can't be used until the next dawn.
Yeah.
You should
I mean, it's nice. A little dry.
on your
Could have had some of that come up in combat. You swing it the first time.
Oh yes,
Lo
yes,
and
yes.
behold.
I
You don't need a hammer.
I will actually put it on my mini as well.
You still hear these very faint footsteps
You're still fucking around with these Legos.
upstairs.
We're too busy. We're too busy with our new presents.
We'll be right with you. We're just going to get better equipped so that we can deal with you more easily.
The footsteps stop as soon as he hears voices.
Oh.
As soon as it's
I'm just holding up a mirror to gaming society, Crawl.
whatever it is hears voices.
Can I ask one
and
Do you
then
like
they start
what you
moving
see?
Very fast.
We need to move.
And then they just kind of fade.
Because unfortunately, when you go to the game store to try to get new players, sometimes this is what you're dealing with, this mentality. Because it's encouraged, it's grown through stuff like this.
No. Darn it!
Michael Rose, this one's for you.
Cock is pretty good.
Well,
I meant that above table.
I know that's true, by the way, because Mrs. D was in that board game group. Well, obviously, they're board games and RPGs are kissing cousins. Yeah, so some of these girls that were there, they were talking about the one girl was going to run the campaign, and of course, it kept falling apart. But yeah, they were like, "Oh yeah, we went shopping for like half the adventure. It was so much fun." Okay. I honestly think your best bet, if you're like older and don't have like a group or you've lost your group, I honestly think your best bet is to find just normal like guys first and then try to convince them of the gaming aspect rather than finding a gamer who can fit in to like being a normal person. I think you almost have to do it the opposite now. $2 DB. Always interview before playing. Yeah. Or like I just said, even if the dude is like, I don't know if that's my thing, you just try to, don't push too hard, but be like, come on, you might like it. We just hang out, have a beer, have some fun, roll some dice. I think you're better off going the opposite of the way you used to.
Are we going up the stairs?
Don't look for gamers anymore because gamers are going to be like this crazy.
Going up, yes.
Perhaps it's Mary.
Perhaps he's getting away.
Or, what was the other name you read about?
Yes, it was Yvonne Soulfallen.
That sounds like a very nice name. I'm sure there's
Whatever,
nothing
if you have
evil.
time, they're getting away.
Yes,
and
we
need
should
to-
go. We should go up there.
He sounds like he's acting like Charlie Day.
His voice was just like Charlie Day there. Patrick Demo. Thank you so much, sir. $5. Chicken wings, Jesus. There's anachronism. Then there's, can we keep the millennial hipster bullshit to a minimum, please?
Up the stairs.
I wish.
Running up the stairs.
Can we grab the 2 potions that
You
are...
can absolutely grab the 2 potions. That's a very good idea. These, the one of them looks very, very similar to a previous potion that you had. So you're going to guess that it is a potion of some kind of healing.
Okay.
And the other one is, what color is it? It's
So there's
blue.
the big red one, and then there's a small blue one.
Small blue one. Go ahead and grab that blue one. Okay.
Because you physically have to do the act, or your character didn't.
And roll a super fast Arcana check for me. Sure. As you're
I
going
guess Lego wants their pound of flesh in this game.
Sure.
We built this fucking shit for
That's
you.
a 21. Excellent. It's a potion of heroin.
You will put the lotion on your skin.
Ooh. I feel like I should give this
Yes.
to you.
Yes, it's
Just a feeling I have in my heart. And while you are running up the stairs, passing off items
Yes,
as you
yes.
go, multitasking,
I'll tell you what
I think
that
it's
does.
time to show you the next set.
Yes. Whoa.
'Cause this is what D&D is all about. It's like you're going through the wacky shack.
Yeah.
It's very safe. You're in a car that doesn't stray from the track. Ooh, what's in the next room? Clunk, clunk.
It's the rest of the tower.
The egg!
Look at that.
So, this first level, as you climb up the stairs, this first level,
Overkill, you are correct. She can automatically identify potions.
That's why I say I don't think there's a wizard here identifying this stuff, so.
Well, what is she? Is she a wizard?
I don't. Is she? You mean Jenny's?
Yeah. Remember earlier she was holding a Lego scroll book?
Oh yeah, maybe she is. Maybe she's doing the proper. She's doing the proper
Yeah,
identify
Travis says
spells.
Ginny is the wizard.
Okay. My mistake.
It was an Arcana check.
DB $2. LOL. This is more prep than crafting terrain. Yeah, I mean it's hosted by Lego, so I understand. But I think there probably would have been a better way to kind of work this stuff in organically, rather than just kind of ham-fistedly.
Obviously the walls are starting to fall away. Like this is.
It would have taken an experienced DM, and I think even by her own admission, obviously she
This
wasn't.
is the crumbling part of the tower. It does not seem like anybody has tried to rebuild this. This level of the tower has.
So, just take a step back. You know, the 10,000 foot view here. Lego doesn't care about gaming. They want to sell you this set. So that's why they got somebody who isn't really a gamer. They're just a personality in this field, and one that they could afford. You know, they can't afford to get a real celebrity. So this is what they can afford. This is what they do. They don't care about gaming. They just want to sell you this stuff so you can put it on your shelf. You can consume. Tabletop. Ultra-American TTRPG here. I would rather play a Thirsty Sword Lesbian solo than sit at this table. Just more proof that D&D is on the decline in the hobby. Gatekeeping is good. Gatekeeping is great. I'm going to skip to the end here. Crazy Mouse.
Yep.
All right. What the heck?
You put it down. Perhaps you aren't together with him.
Oh, the dragon has
really
appeared.
know. I don't know what nefarious schemes all of you are up to.
Just wanted some
Just wanted some chicken wings is what
Just
she's
wanted
about
some-
to say.
chicken wings.
You are prescient, my friend. We just wanted some chicken wings.
That literally stops her in her proverbial tracks. She reaches, staring at you the whole time as you said that. She reaches down and grabs onto her egg.
holds it close to her chest. I don't believe that you are as good-hearted as you try to make it seem. I'm not finished.
Charlie Day
with
looks
you,
scared.
but I am finished here.
And she, with a smack and a slap of her wings on the tower, takes off.
She's wearing a
her
moo
egg
in this one
close
too.
to her heart and flies off.
Mrs. D would call that flowy. She's wearing flowy clothes.
To be content.
Ginny D always looks like she's just seen something like
For the first time.
Like yeah, for the first time ever.
With another day.
Oh, man.
If that doesn't get us Adventure of the Month,
Yeah.
I don't know what will.
You just hear Robin up top just like, I immediately forgot I have a terrible fear of heights. And tries to eventually just climb down.
Tries to climb his way
yes,
down.
He climbs
How
down.
all red dragons behave.
Boy.
They clutch their eggs and go, I don't think you're very nice people, and then just fly away.
In the hours that follow, as you regroup, as you heal, as you
Yes.
process that you saved a child and yet somehow it wasn't enough. As you process the extraordinary experience you had, as you work your way down the tower, back through the meadow, the owlbear is still asleep. Now,
Amazing.
Slept through
How'd he sleep
everything.
through that?
That is some serious sleep. He only had one spider, my God. What kind of food coma is that?
I've been
You
there.
make your way across the meadow and back to in plain sight. The terror that you were feeling is somehow mitigated by, once again, that smell of the delicious hot wings. But there's something slightly different about it now. Because Alex has actually been cooking hot wings.
Ooh.
These are no magic fakey fake.
Oh.
Should have been Alex hot wings. These are the
Real
old
deal.
time original in plain sight.
These are from the Anchor Bar. God. Kill me.
Is that the
Just kill me.
Ukrainian flag in the tower?
Oh, yeah.
Asks Overcast.
Yeah.
Or Overkill.
Yep. I don't know.
Hot wings. You move inside,
So hungry.
and Alex comes forward with 2 giant platters, already prepared for all of you. I don't know how you did it, but I thank you that you did. You have unlimited hot wings for life. If you come and
There's her look of-
stay here at the in-plain sight, and Pouncy is also forever your friend. He places
She's like Gavin with her faces. Like,
Yes.
always.
Gavin looks like he would be like the perfect actor
for like a commercial
for a pamphlet for an amusement park.
Yeah.
these hot wings in front of you. And as you all grab onto one of them, cheers together,
See you, pundit.
that brings us to the end of our Lego D&D game night, Red Dragon's Tale.
Nice.
My sweet, sweet players, would you please reintroduce yourselves to the folks at home?
I'm Lucas Bolt, and I played as Waynus Twist.
And also,
Wait. Can you rewind just literally 5 seconds?
So we're 256.26.
There, would be perfect.
All right. Do this
The
again.
introductions. Does it say
Onto
she
one of
underneath
them.
his name?
Cheers
Ooh.
together. That brings us to the end of our Lego D&D game night, Red Dragon's Tale.
Nice.
My sweet, sweet players, would you please reintroduce yourselves to the folks at home?
I'm Lucas.
Waynus Bree Twisk.
Oh, he is a dude, but he played a girl.
Played a girl. Okay.
Okay. I
Yes,
thought that
Bolton.
he was in her.
Yeah.
He was playing a girl. I got it.
So sick.
I had to play a girl in a campaign at Gen Con.
Oh, did you? I guess.
Yeah, it was
forgot
some
about that.
campaign. We were in a lobby or something, and I had to play a girl.
I played as Waynus Bree Twist.
And also, before we move on, as
Who ran the game?
It was the one. Not where we were knights and the gentleman played. I'll show you the picture of the game it wasn't. It was a game inside.
Oh, no, I know.
room.
That was Jody's Song of Ice and Fire game.
And I had to play a girl.
Yep, I remember. Yep. We should be seeing him at Origin.
The creator of this
What is that?
A furry.
Yep.
incredible set.
Yes.
You are the teacher's pet. You shall have an apple of inspiration, which you did not need during the adventure, so I couldn't give it to you. So there you go.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
It's like a huge bong.
It does.
It's like
My
hollowed
dear.
out.
I am Luis Carrasco,
Another he/him. Playing a he.
and I played Gaspar Roca.
A gnome, a dwarf. It's all
I am
furries.
Ginny D, and
An elf. 3 out of 4 are furries. Althea Rune Spinner. Yep.
I played Professor Althea Runespinner.
And I am Jordan Scott, and I played Sir Robin, but I'm going to change his second name to In.
Jordan Scott, he, him. An orc who goes by he, they. They're all 4 furries, not one human. Not one human in this group.
Richmond.
Oh, I love it. I have been your dungeon master, Anjali Bhimani. It's been such a pleasure.
It's got a ring to it. Anjali Bhimani. Anjali Bhimani.
Just a reminder once
It's
again.
like a dish you would order at an Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
Of the Anjali Bhimani. Oh, that's the, penne with garlic and roasted tomatoes.
It seems like it should be right in the middle of like an Italian guy going off in a movie, like Angelina's Bumani, Bada Buddha.
Yeah.
We are here in this
Patty,
extraordinary
I've never smoked either, but it looked exactly like a
Yeah,
bomb.
neither of us are either, Patty. So
Yeah.
yeah, we think we're all on the same page
location.
there.
We are here in Billund, Denmark, the home of the Lego group. And in fact, we are in the home of the Lego brick itself. Lego.
Jewish skeptic, $2. Almost as bad as the Baldur's Gate 3 game. Utterly mind-melting. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, you could say like, oh, well, it's Legos. It's made for kids. Not really. It's made for adult kids.
House.
Like
so
these guys.
everything surrounding us is just a
And I hate it because we get caught up, with the splash damage. It's like, oh, you're one of them, huh?
delicious.
No, you like to play with your little toys. And then you have to explain like, well, no, we actually like 3D print miniatures. Oh, so your figures are just a little bit nicer is what you're saying. And then you have to admit like, yeah, I guess so.
Just piece of history.
Just
We are
shoot me.
so grateful to have been here.
Just
Thank
fucking
you
shoot
so
me.
much to all of the folks that
I will say this. Not bad.
have
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Not bad.
made this
She dolled herself
possible.
up for the
Lego
for
House,
Legos.
the Lego group,
folk.
Wizards of the Coast,
She didn't doll herself up for Ginny
to
D.
D&D. To find out more about the Lego Ideas Dungeons & Dragons Red Dragon's Tale set, the free gift of your little mini dice,
God, that voice would get... Because she does that.
Around the house.
Yeah.
the adventure
Would you like
book,
some more orange juice?
and the soundscape. For those of you listening at home, you may have heard sound effects going on while we were playing. These have been specially created for this tale, for this adventure, and you can use them now too.
I think it's kind of fun to show you like the actual adventure book because you can get a physical one. So we have it in this beautiful envelope. Our wonderful colleagues at AV illustrated everything.
Oh,
A
amazing.
nice envelope, hot wings.
Hot
The
wings.
top
Yeah,
of the
they have
sauce.
hot wings. Clearly
Even
hot.
more hungry.
And this
Charlie
beautiful
Day's brother.
illustrated
I'm not
cover
convinced it's
of A Red Dragon's
I
Tale
love it so much.
and everything inside that you need
Yeah,
to
like
play
I told you,
through
it's just gorgeous.
the adventure.
Oh, that's
The adventure
awesome.
you
And all
just
the
saw.
creatures
And
are
what
just-
I was
Look at that.
especially blown away by was the Wizard team creating rules for if you don't know how to play Dungeons and Dragons. So you could play this with younger people, like members of your family, friends, and you don't need to know every.
All right. No mas. No mas. No mas. No mas. No mas. No mas.
All for the low price of $199.99, says Travis.
Yeah. Legos are crazy expensive. My buddy Jeff, I remember he had a sack, he kept his in like a blanket that he would just bunch up, and he would just unleash them, and he just had, it was like a mound of Legos. So we'd go up, and I wasn't huge into Legos. I never really bought my own, but it was fun to just go up and just I don't know, you're like 10 years old or whatever, you're just chilling out.
I think back then it was like, now you buy like a Lego like set and you can build R2D2 or whatever.
Yeah, it's like, it's
back then you used to be able to just buy a shit ton of Legos.
Yeah, and then you would use your imagination to make
Yeah.
stuff of your imagination. Now it's like, well, now it's essentially just it's a model for retards. Because back then you used to buy models like, oh, I'm going to put together this, P-38 Lightning or whatever. And you'd actually put that together. Well, we've had to dumb those down. Nobody can do those anymore. Snake Oil Sean, thank you so much, buddy. 5 memberships. You
kind
are what is best in men. Give him something. Pick one at random. That man gives that man something.
Pay that man his money.
Pay him his money. Thank you. Yeah, Legos, I mean, yeah, it used to be like, let's build a spaceship. Let's build something, a building. Edgelord, $2. Thank you, guys. This has to be hard to watch / edit. Yeah. It can take the piss out of me. Let's just say Thursdays I look forward to
Your
because
name
I can.
is Toby.
Yeah. I just decompress on Thursdays. Whew. The stream is over. Everything's all fled, all done, as they say. Well, thank you guys. We do appreciate it. Normally we'd be going to Otto and Rorik now. No Rorik tonight. Rogan is gone. Orion Acaba isn't that the dude that got thrown out of Critical Role? Yes. But he is more important than Gary Gygax. He is a cultural icon. You just don't know about it. Yeah, I just bought a 15-pound box of Legos for... You're going to keep us...
It's in suspense.
Yeah, he had a hard guess. Perhaps he died while carving it. Thank you, Jeffrem. Thank you for holding the fort down over there on Rumble. I think I saw Sean was over there too. Thank you, guys.
There we go. He bought a 15-pound box of Legos for his kid off eBay. Okay.
Yeah. That was always the funnest part. Just fitting, just like I'm going to make something new, and use your imagination. You learn how to, you're using this, and then mechanically you have to learn how things work. You're not just reading an instruction book how to do a fucking bionicle. Oh, well. I guess we're just grumpy old men, aren't we? All right, guys. Thanks a lot. We'll be back next week. Hopefully, we'll have the full crew here, and then we can, do something. Do a little O&R afterward. But until then, check out that if you haven't watched it, check out the dragon video I did. I thought it was all right.
It's about a 8-minute banger.
8 minutes, guys.
Yeah,
in and out.
Something like that.
Yeah. I did a little AI B-roll footage.
Saw that too.
So somebody in the comments was like, AI video now? Like he was incensed. I'm like, it's literally background. It's like it's literally
It's not even
B-roll.
Double D talking anymore.
Yeah, you don't have to stare at this, which many people would say thank God. But yeah, so I'll do that occasionally. God, that stuff's expensive though.
Thank you, Overkill.
Yep, thank you guys. I'll send you out with something here. But guys, take care. Have a great night. Be safe. Be good. Don't be surprised if I hit some of you up, maybe some of you members up with a special stream coming up. I'm not going to promise anything. A bunch of pieces have to fall in, but be ready, Diver Army.
Roxy, is this your first post tonight?
Yeah, first one I saw.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Staying silent. Good to see you. Good to see all of you. Thank you all so much for the donations, the channel membership donations, as well as
so
the super
kind.
chats.
Yeah, so kind, and all the just helping us out when we need a quick answer for something. Thank you guys for always being there.
Best chat around. All right, guys. Peace. Take care. I'll get you something here.
Adios.
Yep.
Once was I a sweet and gentle soul, ere they seized a hold of me whole. Opened I doors for dames most old, aided the blind with hearts so bold. Friends I have none, for they read the scrolls. They dare not be seen where my shadow rolls. Now down am I, forsaken and frowned, and growing mean as rumors abound. No more Sir Kindly, no more so clean. from me. Today mine hound did bite my leg, mine cat did claw mine eyes, and Mars been cast from circles high, whilst father from shame doth hide. To church I went in common dress, incognito nonetheless, till Father Smith he raised his eye, then struck my nose and cried on high. No more Sir Kindly, no more Sir Clean, no more Sir Kindly, they call me obscene. No more Sir Kindly, I heed no plea. Sir Kindly's name be gone from me. To church I went in common dress, incognito nonetheless, till Father Smith he raised his eye, then struck my nose and cried on high.